That's right, turn that shit up, man.
The following show is for mature audiences only. Shy City Sports.
Watch the tape, and when you see the tape, you know the tape doesn't lie, and the tape doesn't lie.
Line play, okay? Jimmy Garoppolo and these guys score on the ensuing play, but there were 10 men on the field for the defense, okay? Critical mistake by Chris Tabor, who special teams coordinator, but is acting head coach for that time. Post presser, watching the game, watching the post presser, right?
Here comes a communication
post presser. A reporter asked him about the situation. He was direct. He was succinct. He didn't say he had to go back and watch the tape. He owned it very quickly, and that's on me, and we move forward. It was just such a dichotomy of the way I've seen press conferences handled before by Matt Nagy. Now, that's just the coaching aspect of it. The Justin Fields, how he looked more comfortable on the field. You know, he was more of himself, best game pretty much of his young career thus far. You know, I don't know how much of that is without having Matt Nagy in the field, but the combination of both those things together, it makes you as a Chicago Bears fan sit there and say, okay, I kind of like this direction more so than the other direction.
A duck, and it quacks like a duck, and when it's in the water, it looks calm on top of the water, but on the bottom, it's flapping like a duck. Yeah. It's a damn duck. Right. And when you think about Matt Nagy and what he did to Mitchell Trubisky, this is why it stands out to me. We kept asking for Mitchell Trubisky to use his athleticism and be an athlete, and we never got to see that. And all of a sudden, Matt Nagy isn't there, and Justin Fields has this freedom to be who he is. And it's so difficult, right, to call out coaches in this way. But this Justin Fields was the best Justin Fields we had seen the entire season.
And I also don't think we can run from the reality. That, you know, like the reality was that we've seen multiple years right now of this offense being stale and stagnant and uncreative and non-explosive. And then the head coach isn't there who has some impact on the offense, and the quarterback.
No, Dan, he has all the impact on offense. You remember when Justin Fields played really good, right? And he decided that Bill Lazor did nothing because he was the head coach and he made all the decisions. So he had a lot of the impact.
Like the bootlegs, the play action, the allowing, the willingness. I don't view it as a coincidence.
And inside, you know, Cole Kmet's the wing pulling, but he's pulling to lead block on a sweep because he's looking inside to block anybody so Justin could follow. It's given, and your center gets fucking. Your center is the worst football player. He's worse than Leno. My father said, no, he's not worse, only because he tries. And I'll give him that. But let's just say this. There is nothing being done inside. I know Big Steve Edwards is our boy, and he has a relationship with Juan. I don't know what they're coaching. They have no rules. There is just complete throw fucking sauce at the wall and spaghetti and see where it sticks, and those are the play. It is like I'm literally sitting there almost crying in my fucking Frosted Flakes, even though I don't eat Frosted. It's just disappointing on all levels. Like on high school, they don't do this. They know their fronts. Your center is awful. Mustafa couldn't start on any football team in the NFL, but somehow he's with the Bears. I mean, Shayne, it's not just Vita Vea. It's anyone who lines up. Anybody. 56 takes him and fucking throws him into the fucking backfield. First, let's start with the basement. I don't understand what he's talking about, that we all have to understand that we can't know where he is. That right there. I saw Mandy say, like, what is he afraid of?
I think it's because he's not home. He's probably at a hotel and he doesn't want fans coming to the hotel. He's quarantined.
Well, he could say, I'm at a hotel. I mean,
Oh, no. I know. He's probably, I'm just saying.
The bat cave? I mean,
I'm just saying that's probably what the
he
deal
says
is.
You understand that I'm at Hallis Hall. I'm in my office. Anything suffices. Going tight with all of their formations, and then shotgun on 4th and 1. You never go in shotgun. Always stay under center. And listen, Justin, as some of you, I like a lot of what you guys are saying in the chat. Justin didn't take the bait there. He could have easily buried his head coach, but he didn't. He's a professional. His coach is not. So to Shayne's point, there's a lot of validity in it, because people I know in college and in the pros think Matt Nagy is exactly what you show him to be, Phil. In fact, you pulled the curtain back and showed everybody, including some of these other coaches, that thought Matt was more, but he's not. He's a shoeman. He's a shoe salesman. And maybe that's a shot at shoe salesman. But Matt Nagy, in his wall of play calls, that picture, he just doesn't know how to use the talent, because Shayne's 100% right.
Well,
guys,
I go back to, if you go on draft night, there was a big groundswell of people that were saying, oh, Justin Fields didn't look happy, his agent didn't look happy, when it was the Bears. And at the time, I didn't want to believe it. I don't think it was so much him coming to the Bears that bothered him. I think Justin Fields and his agent, probably via Ryan Day, who's close with Matt Nagy, and listen, they can be friends. It doesn't mean that Ryan Day has to agree with everything about Matt Nagy. I think if you go back and watch that video, at no point does Justin Fields' agent look happy, and I think Matt Nagy is the reason why. I think probably within circles within the NFL, they know that he's a fraudulent play caller. He never should have been a head coach, and now his guy is connected to him in his first year. And I don't want to say it's going to be a wasted year. There's still things that he can learn from this experience. But as an agent, when you want to protect your guy, that's a big problem that you have to deal with. And I think if you go back, maybe we can pull that clip of the night that he was drafted. And if you look at his agent, when you have one of the biggest media markets in the world trading up for you at number 11 on a team that has a huge need at quarterback in a football crazed city, the agent should be clapping his hands and going nuts just because of endorsement deals, stuff like that, to get the money, extra money on the side. He didn't look happy, and I think it was all about Matt Nagy.
He's hiding.
People are saying he lost his locker room. Do you guys think some of the players are actually not playing as hard?
I'm not putting anything into. I know people like to. I'm not putting anything into the Wims bullshit, because is he even on a team? I'm not
you
sure
get
he's
that
even on a
text or tweet, Jackal? Can you do that? He bounced.
But no, I think that there's people that
Wims
legitimately
tweet.
have an issue within the locker room with Matt Nagy, because how can you not? You sit there and hear about culture, and it's, dude, you have a good culture, but it's not a winning culture. So what the fuck is that? Great, we all say hello and nobody's punching each other in the face.
100.
Keep it 100.
I go trading up. 100.
Yes!
What? Here it is!
No competition.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keepin It 100.
Open competition.
Keepin It 100. The smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. The dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shayne's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shayne got some haters. But now they're moused up like the true and now and latest. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shayne. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the armchair. The tape never lies, the truth, you see. We laugh, we lie, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Max Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun debt. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby. Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keepin It 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keepin It 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Draft Dr.
Keep it 100.
Keepin It 100.
Shayne, Money Man Marsaw.
Oh, this is Claudio the Barber. Yo, 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 this is Claudio the Barber. Oh, this is Claudio the Barber. This is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports Keeping It 100. Listen, it's Jesper Horsted's world, and we're just all living in it. Oh, this is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports Keeping It 100. I see you, Sherry. I see you. This is Michael the fucking killer right here. All right?
Never mind. Take him off. I can't even understand him because of the mask. It's done. Take it off.
Yo, it's Claudio the Barber. Just kidding. Would have been nice to see that dumb mug pop up here, but you know what? Trade deadline is come and gone. We made all the right moves because we're contenders, according to Ryan Pace. I don't know. I must have missed all those exciting things, but I know there's a couple gentlemen that didn't miss a fucking thing. Let's bring them on. Yo, this is Claudio the Barber. Here we go. Shayne and Phil. Let's do it.
Hey.
Nope.
Hello.
Nope. 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 Nope.
I love it. There you go. What a night. What a night. No Claudio on tonight when he led the show. Great job by Caden Whitlow.
Yeah.
That open little spice of Claudio the Barber. Great. Shout out to you, Claudio. I know you had a family thing come up, so he couldn't be on the show to see that, but I'm sure he'll watch it back. Classic. So I lost my voice a little bit, Shayne. Super Bowl champs 2 years in a row.
Back to back.
I told you I can take
at least the Bears are winning somewhere, right?
Exactly. Amazing night tonight.
Phil sends me a clip Tater Toshin just says, fuck flag football. Love that. I was laughing driving.
We're going to
home.
play that
Yeah.
clip later in the show. We call that a tease. Because you're going to have to see Tate run down and just ignores flag, Chris. He just says, you ain't scoring. Yeah. So
Do what you got to do.
big night at the Toshin house tonight. I was hustling back. We got a big show for you. Yes. And thank you, everybody who reached out. And I'm just real quick. I'll say this. So proud of the boys because, you get kids that have never played the game before. So you're teaching them the fundamentals and you're teaching accountability and discipline and all the things we complain about Nagy. The lessons are being taught out there. I had 2 great assistants and Coach Pat and Coach John really helping out with their kids, and those kids tonight went through it. It was a back and forth game, and 28 seconds to go in the game, we were able to pull out the victory, and should have seen the kids out there. It's amazing sport. If you aren't having your child play the game, girls or boys can play flag football. And Chris, your son plays as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's just there's so many lessons and so
Angelo
much fun.
Joe Marino played football.
He was on the other team, I think, tonight, right?
In all 3 phases. I mean,
yeah, all 3 phases, Coach.
Yeah.
Variables. Yeah, Angelo Marino didn't show up. Claudio did, though.
Yes.
Claudio was out there. Claudio came out to support the boys. That meant a lot. And, maybe this guy should.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
Yeah, like.
Nope.
Oh, boy, they're fucked
Got
up.
some surprises tonight. Let me say this.
What do you think I do during the intro? Put shit together.
Well, that's pretty good, throwing that together in the intro.
That's
Let's
impressive.
talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Or do you want to save it for Grote when he comes in here? Get his take on it.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Though.
I really think I call
got
them
to fucking hammer him. Man.
I call them the darlings of the NFL. They're the fucking darling. They get every call. It was like tonight. The Patriots were getting every call against us, and I was getting agitated with the official. Parents on the other team hate me. That's fine, but you got to be in the game. The Packers get every call. Here, there's rules, Shayne.
Yeah.
And this fucking guy is going out there unmasked and is being
riding
around
on
these
team
people.
Taking the chartered flight. That's against the
Like
rules
it doesn't. The
101.
rules don't fucking matter to you, Aaron. You're too good. You're too arrogant. You're too fucking good for everybody else. He should be suspended for 8 weeks. No fucking pay. No pay.
Draft picks, burn the
3
stadium
draft
down,
picks gone.
fire
This is a
Bukowski, fucking
Give all
clean
their
sweep.
shares to Bears fans.
Hire Peter Bukowski. The Green Bay Packers should own this beyond anything because you know what? The rules are there for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Start showing me that you can hold these fucking clowns
Here is
accountable.
the exact quote
Go
on
ahead.
the rules. Unvaccinated players are not permitted to travel on the team charter, even with a religious or medical exemption, and must travel separately. They also must
Broke
pass
the
a
rule every
COVID-19 test to rejoin the traveling party and must test daily thereafter during road trips. And literally, if you go on to Packers.com and look at their website, there's literally pictures everywhere of
All the evidence is there.
Aaron Rodgers throwing
Yeah.
up the deuces, getting on the chartered team flight.
All the what is that? Man bun evidence you need is fucking there. Goodell.
Yeah.
If they give these guys a slap on a wrist,
Oh, you know,
everybody sits out.
What's going on in the NFL right now? I mean, they maybe they will come down on hard on them to take some of the focus away from the Washington football team and all of the craziness that's going on there. Doesn't seem to be.
John Gruden apparently is going to sue
the
Washington football team and
And
then
the NFL.
release all of those emails. Release them all. This is a disgrace. Then you got Ruggs 156 miles per hour. Like what?
In impact at 127.
The airbags deployed at 127.
Yeah.
You know, the
What
car
are you
slid like
doing?
150 feet down the road. I mean, it's
You used up
unbelievable.
all your shots
Yeah.
to be a professional football player, as far as I'm concerned, with that stupidity. And I mean, I was a big Ruggs fan. I wasn't as big of a fan as how high he got drafted, because he's more of a one trick, pony in my eyes. But we went over all that, but none of that matters now. And the sad thing about it is I think Barrelissimo put it perfectly on Twitter. The talk is about, you hear this stuff with Aaron Rodgers, but you hear about the 156
How
and
about
his blood
Tina
alcohol
Tinter?
content. And this girl's 23 years old and her life is
23.
Burned
Tina
up in a
Tinter.
car where she
Rest in
couldn't get
peace.
out of it.
And the dog. Can you imagine your daughter
burning to death?
It's unbelievable. And we don't cover that shit up here.
No,
We're gonna
absolutely
address
not.
all this shit. This is a terrible tragedy.
As talented as he is, if I'm running a football team,
Loaded
not a
handgun
fucking
in the
chance.
car too. I mean, it's just a bad scene all around, man.
Oh my God. Caden Whitlow, tell him. Uber was made for a
Dude,
reason.
The NFL has a car service. Each NFL team has a car service. I mean,
This is a disgrace
it's
of epic
ridiculous.
proportions. Just all my thoughts and prayers to that mother and father and family that are dealing. They don't release her name, and I understand.
Tina Tinter.
Yeah,
Oh,
her
they
name's
did?
out there now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
out
Tina
there.
Tinter. Rest in peace. Yeah, she's
Rest
the
in
victim of this.
peace
Yeah.
to the whole Tinter family. Thanks, Jackal, for that.
You're
It is a disgrace, and he should never play in the league again. It's unfortunate because everybody makes mistakes. I really truly believe that, but this, I don't even know how to even comprehend that.
Loss of life.
And then back to the playing field with Aaron Rodgers doing what he did, possibly having, I saw Thunder Girl say it, they have contact tracing. I've had to deal with that myself. Our kids had to be, remember when Tate had COVID, we all had to be quarantined, all the kids, anybody that came. So our players had to be shut down. You're talking about a flag football team. This is the fucking NFL. What are we doing? This guy he's shaking Matt Nagy's hand after that game. Is that how Nagy got it? All of that should be traced back. They should be suspended.
Oh,
they should forfeit 8 games. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're allowing this to happen. And the head coach, did you see him?
I didn't see his.
He takes no ownership of it. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
But
if it was the Patriots, Goodell would have fucking shoved the rule book up their ass. It's like he has a hard on for certain teams. And
the
Packers seem to be, like you
NFL
said, Phil.
darlings. That's all. Just hashtag darlings every Sunday. They get every fucking call. It's not like I'm jealous. I am a fucking competitor. Like you should have seen me tonight. I'm just that built that way. I'm not going to lose with someone cheating. It's not okay with me. Even in this game, Alec Ogletree, when you watch the tape, shout out to Barrelissimo again, showing me Ogletree gets blocked right in the fucking back, helmet right into the fucking spine on that 89-yard scanter on 3rd and 20. You think they throw the flag, the game ends differently? I do. I know it. The momentum's on your side. That's it. You stop them there, they punt, you score. It's unbelievable. What Mike Florio said on 670 scores that 100. Aaron Rodgers lied, and he's a coward. He is. He should be suspended for all of this.
He's going to be.
Yeah.
If they don't.
Albert Breer has an update. He checked on whether Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers was in violation of the COVID-19 protocols by talking to the media unmasked. He was referred back to the rules that unvaccinated players must be masked at all times inside team facilities, which include press conferences. So the answer is yes. The first reply to that is former Packer Andrew Brandt. Oh, so you're telling me all players like Kirk Cousins and Carson Wentz have done press conferences and masks? So this is what I can't stand about the fucking media. I know if Chubbs is in the chat room, Chubbs will take any chance, and I totally agree with him, to railroad these fuckers, because Brandt is going out of his fucking way to defend. Well,
the indefensive.
This guy did it.
Yeah, that's not how this works.
Yeah,
Brandt.
exactly.
It's right because somebody else did it already.
It's not a fucking 7-year-old kid that stole fucking candy from a store, dickhead. You know, it's just, it's fucking crazy. They should come down on these guys really, really hard and make a fucking example of them. I think that the fucking NFL will. I think that they'll give them a slap on the wrist and make it look like they did something, but we'll see. I'll be shocked if they do it to Green Bay, especially knowing that this is his last year in Green Bay, most likely. I'll be stunned if they throw the book at him. I hope they do, but we'll see.
I don't know what Mike is referring to, that he said that go watch my post in the Facebook group. I don't know what he's saying in response to. Just be a little clearer, because there was a lot of
gone. I think Rodgers is going to get punished. I really do. I can't see this. Goodell and the protocols and the way they set it up, if they jeopardize $77 million for an event that they need, you know, the owner needs at that home game, there's no fucking way they're not going to go out after Aaron. I don't give a shit if he is the darling. You know, they have to set an example here. It's blatant.
If they don't
for the rules, he fucking lied. You know,
he lied.
Yeah,
he's blatantly disrespecting them. He's doing the fucking commercials for them. He's doing the freaking belt thing. This is just a travesty. What isn't a travesty, though, is our guest. This guy, I love this guy like a brother. I was hoping to meet him when I came out to Chicago, but, you know, he's a busy celebrity out there. I can't. He's got a new podcast, too, that I want him to promote. I've been checking it out because I love how they talk pop culture and off the football stuff, you know, especially like, and I gotta pick his brain on the TV show, the music intros for this TV show. So let me get this guy in here. He's the sideline voice of the Chicago Bears. He is a friend of the network, and he's a true blue, just an amazing human being. He's Mark Grote, and we have to update this intro, so bear with it, but it's not what I want it to be.
This guy has been with Shayne and Phil so long, he needs to have his own office at the Tape Never Lies Network studio.
Here's the tape. The tape doesn't lie.
If COVID-19 wasn't a thing, you'd see this guy roaming the sidelines during Chicago Bears games, just like Mitchell Trubisky. Man,
Keeping It 100.
Too soon? 100 crew. Get up out your seats and out of your mask and give it up for WSCR Radio's own Mr. Mark Grote.
Mark's no stranger to us. You know him from the score, and so do I. Our Bears commitment's what we're thinking of.
There he is. Mark Grote. Did he freeze?
Froze out the jump?
Did he freeze out the jump streak?
That's a great publicity photo.
He did freeze.
He is frozen.
We got you frozen. Like,
what's going on, guys?
Ella, there, we can hear you.
But you're frozen.
You guys don't have me?
We can hear you, but we can't. Now you're back a little bit.
Oh,
there you
I'm
go.
looking at myself.
Was your
It's
internet?
It's a little crackly. I don't know what's going on.
Well, we're going to bear with it. I know we only have you for 35 minutes because you got a spot on. What do you got to go? Do a spot on the score, or you got another show?
I got not the score. I got another show, another radio station.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. I have to go on a Green Bay radio station every Tuesday.
Oh, are you going to bury them? That's where the show begins, Mark. So want to get your opinion and thoughts on it. Here this guy is, Aaron Rodgers, the darling, and, you know, the Packers get every call. We've seen it many times, but this guy lied, broke the rules, is not vaccinated, has broken every rule every week now, and is out here now COVID positive.
Yeah.
Are they going to come down on this?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It depends on if you already look at it as a sort of its own little punishment that he absolutely can't play the game on Sunday, which is good. But yeah, no, it's a good question. Like this guy, I mean, it's kind of a scoundrel move, to say he was immunized and, tell the reporters, yes, I'm immunized. And, maybe using like semantics to try to get himself out of it. But yeah, it's kind of a dirtball thing because, Aaron Rodgers, he comes across as a really smart guy who seems to be insightful and thinks deeply about things, has a sense of football history and all this stuff. And then he pulls that. So it's like, when he does that, it's like all the other stuff that you start to like about him off the field, of course, then you're just like, well, that all just went down the toilet because you just kind of made a fool of yourself and everybody. So
exactly,
Mark, have you talked to any media members up there to see how I mean, they're directly dealing with this guy that openly lied and then no mask in front of them while they're dealing with him. Have you talked to any other media up there that are pissed off themselves about it, just on a personal level?
Yeah, no, they are pissed, man. Like, and I think fans are too. I don't think anybody there is like, oh, get rid of this guy now. But I think it's sort of like, it's kind of like the same. It's like the same thing. It's just like the guy got caught in a lie, and they'll forgive him quicker than everybody else, and it'll be a 48-hour cycle in Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Wisconsin, and whomever, wherever the fan base may lie. And then it'll go away. But yeah, for now, it's like, come on, there's no time to be screwing around with this stuff. And he's screwed over his team, and I don't care what protocols he followed and who knew and who didn't.
Well, did we lose
he lied to the NFL essentially. So, to back your point in your original question, I wouldn't mind seeing the NFL do something, but that's the reason they probably won't is because of the precedent it sets and having to go back and look with a fine-tooth comb at every possible breaking of protocol that's occurred.
Well, real quick, last point on this, and then I want to get into the Bears, obviously. But I think the precedent should be set, and I want to see if you agree with me here. Okay, you're going to sit out. You can't come.
I'm not hearing you right now.
Can't hear us? Can you hear us?
Hello?
We can hear you.
I see you guys. I can't hear you.
We can hear you.
Let's see.
Maybe we remove them and add them. Can you hear us?
I don't think you can.
Maybe we remove them and bring them back, but I wanted to see what he thought, Shayne, if you are COVID positive, then you have to sit out already. Then his punishment should start there after that. So now he sits out 2 weeks because he can't come back until the 13th or whatever it is. And then his punishment or his suspension for 3 games. Can you hear us?
I hear you now, guys. I got you.
So I was asking Shayne, I'll ask you too. I think, okay, he tests COVID positive, so he sits out on his, his sickness or wherever, the rules. But then he should be suspended 3, 5, whatever the decision is, based on lying. Because it really isn't that hard to watch Mr. Arrogance walking out with his man bun, waving, going on the charter plane with everybody. So, and lying about this, there needs to be a suspension on top of his COVID sit. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only problem with it is if you're going to suspend man bun 3 to 5 games, you're probably going to end up with a lot. Like if you're setting a precedent to punish guys for breaking protocol, lying about protocol, then you're going to have to do this to everybody, and you're going to have to even do it retroactively to some degree, if there are violations. So in other words, I don't think they will, but maybe it's something that they look at in the off season because COVID is COVID and it's still an unprecedented situation. It's not like there's laws written, so they'd have to kind of rewrite the laws if they really wanted to dig deep on them.
Wouldn't that be? I mean, he's broken the rules, so he lied. He's caught in a lie, so there is no one else is being questioned, Mark.
Yeah,
so, you know what I'm saying? So you set this is what the Bears don't do, and Nagy doesn't. And there's no accountability.
It's not just Aaron Rodgers lying. I mean,
yeah, it's the organization.
Yeah, the organization. He's not even supposed to be on the chartered flight traveling with them according to the rules. And I mean, if you go on Packers.com and look at their website, he's throwing up the peace sign, getting on the charter flight with the rest of the players.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, he lied. Well, here's what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. The organization will probably get fined a couple $1 million or something like that. Whatever, some sort of relative harmlessness will occur. Maybe even out of Rodgers' pocket, but they're not going to suspend him. They're not going to suspend him. Period. I wish they would, but
yeah. I'm gonna push for the suspension. I really am. I think I'm gonna make sure all the fans start pushing for it and accountability happen here. Let's stop giving everybody fucking awards and let's give them prizes and turn a blind eye. The Patriots have gotten caught. They've gotten suspended. Heisman trophies are taken away from Reggie. But let's hold the Packers accountable for their cheating. This is what it is. You lied. You doubled down on a lie because your organization lied, and it's unfortunate. But anyway, Matt Nagy, let's talk about this guy, this shoe salesman. Why do you think he's not telling? What was the whole scenario of him not saying where he was? Why couldn't have been? I'm at a hotel. I'm at my basement. I'm in the room with all my play sheets. Why is this such a secret, Mark?
I think honestly, I've thought about this, and the only answer that I can come up with is that he just mishandled the question. He took it at the
one thing he's good at.
He didn't take it for what it was. What it was a playful question, sort of like a human interest question.
Exactly.
It wasn't like a hardcore Bears beat writer question. It was just a little sidebar. Yeah, by the way, where are you? But I think Matt Nagy took that as almost like a mini interrogation. Like, what do you mean where I'm not gonna tell you where I am. And I think honestly, I think it's like that impulse, that involuntary response that every NFL coach has to not say anything about anything. You know what I mean? Like, to not talk about injuries, to not say who's going to be returning kickoffs, to not say who's going to start at right tackle. Like, that was his involuntary response. And honestly, if he's not going to, it's too small of a thing to ever try to explain yourself on, from Matt Nagy's perspective. But honestly, if he had read any of what was being said or what we were talking about in terms of the question you asked about, what do you, he'd probably be like, oh, that's all they wanted to know. They just wanted to know if I was at my house or a hotel. For some reason, it went to Matt Nagy's head that they wanted to know exactly where he was going to be and when and how he was going to be. So I don't. He's the one thing about Matt Nagy, he is not proved to be a great offensive coach, but one thing he is not, in my opinion, is a devious person in any way, shape, or form.
Do you think that goes into his where his mentality is right now, Mark? That he's that, I don't want to say paranoid, but I think there's probably some paranoia involved in it. But that defensive, to take a simple, playful question like that and to get that to go that really that deep with it. I mean, we talked about it on here. Jesus, I don't know, man. It's this whole organization from top to bottom. It seems like if they can figure out a way to do something the wrong way, that's the the approach that they're going to take, and then they think it's going to fool everybody. It's just
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. It's like this snowball effect.
Yeah,
like
it is.
Everything, like now they're so in their own heads at times now. They can't answer simple questions. Like it was like when, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm sure you do because I know you guys gobble up all of this stuff, but Biggs got into a little debate, Brad Biggs with Matt Nagy, over Matt Nagy saying, "Oh no, that's game planning. I can't talk about that." And Biggs was like, "What are you talking about? It's
personnel."
Yeah. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So like something like that where it's like no, nobody's trying to play gotcha here. So I think that's kind of like what it is. Like, yeah, everybody's kind of on edge. Everybody knows that everybody's talking about two things on the Bears this year: the fate of the head coach, Matt Nagy. Is he going to be here next year? Is he not? And the quarterback, and Justin Fields. So when you just have two things going for you and one of them is not great, then you're going to have this very kind of paranoid atmosphere.
I think someone's calling him. That's what happened. We lost you for a second. Someone was calling you? Is that what happened?
It's frozen.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Mark?
Can you hear us?
Must be not.
Well, he was doing great there with that, because I have another question.
Oh yeah, I know. I have a follow up to it too. It just
You have a
plays.
follow up to that question?
Well, it's just going along the same lines. I just want to get his mentality of. I think when we talked to him before, the thought process was that maybe Matt Nagy actually had a little bit more rope than Ryan Pace does.
Right.
If it's me calling the shots, yeah. Can you hear us, Mark?
Are you here?
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on here, man, but I'm back. Yep.
Did you get a call there?
No, I actually had. I did get one time. I got a call, and one time an alarm went off, and both times I lost you. So it's on my end.
All right.
Sorry.
Let me ask you this, and then Shayne has a follow up. I just want to know, because you were on the sideline, obviously, as the sideline reporter, so you've been there for all of Matt Nagy's games. Now you have Justin Fields, and he performs like he was just comfortable in the game and competitive, almost like there was no anchor or ball and chain holding him back. Was this your takeaway in this moment? And you're there on the sidelines, so was it the team's energy any differently with Coach Nagy not there?
I didn't notice anything like that. It would have to be to notice something like that. It would probably have to be really blatant, like doing things I've never seen them do on the sidelines. In other words,
like talk to the quarterback, like the head coach talking to the quarterback, something crazy like that.
But no, in all honesty, like the guy that I thought was the most engaging, and maybe this was a product of Matt Nagy not being there. Maybe I noticed it because Nagy wasn't there. But the Bears passing game coordinator, John DeFilippo, and Justin Fields, a lot of conversations sitting on the bench together. Some conversations were very active and animated and very two-way. So that, and those are typically the guys that are going to spend the most time with him anyway. Even when Nagy's there, he's not in his face. He's coaching a game. So I don't think there was any discernible difference, but I'm sure there was other coaches like maybe DeFilippo who felt compelled to take on a slightly larger role.
When you heard just playing off that same question, when you heard Justin Fields say that he doesn't talk to Matt Nagy much, if at all, on the sidelines during a game, does that, to me, this is the guy that's really directly tied to your football future as a head coach of the Chicago Bears. To me, Mark, it baffles me that there's almost no communication, and this is coming from your quarterback. To me, I'm shocked by that.
Well, I was surprised by Fields' tone in that because he didn't qualify. You know, the question was asked, you know, I assume you talked to Matt Nagy a lot. And he basically said, no. I mean, he's like a little bit, you know, and I would have thought that he would have qualified it with something like, you know, coach gives me some good, wise words every once in a while, but for the most part, you know, I'm talking to some other guys and coach has other things to do, but he didn't add all of that. But yeah, I will say, generally speaking, that this is nothing new, at least this year. I mean, just in terms of the sideline this year, Nagy, by the way, Nagy does talk to Justin Fields. Fields, you know, I've seen him talk to Justin Fields. He just doesn't talk to. It's just not the biggest part of his day. So when the initial topic comes up, and essentially the question is, or the idea is, did you miss Matt Nagy being there? No, not really, because the guys that I talk to are really not Matt Nagy during the game.
Now, are you allowed, like, I know in the past, the sideline reporter like yourself would be able to grab the coach coming off the field at halftime and be able to ask him, hey, you know, whatever the question is. Are you allowed to do that with this coach or no?
So not live.
So coffee with coach is the only thing we could do?
What's that?
Is coffee with coach the only thing we could do? It's like a planned thing
with Lauren Screeden.
Yeah.
Wait, do they honestly? Do they run through the questions that you might have for the guy? Obviously, not at the pressers, but like if it was whatever that all access or that Sunday morning with Ryan Pace, are they having to see the questions before the interview?
Oh, I have never done that in my life. Are you talking about on the radio? Are you talking about
on the radio, anything with you?
Yeah.
Obviously, Joniak, I'm sure, is getting edits to what he can ask, but are they ever doing that to you?
No, here's what I think with all of that. I think that when, you know, like somebody like Joniak, I mean, it's common sense. He works so closely with the team that he's not going to go out there and try to play gotcha with anybody. He's going to put it fair as he possibly can. He's not going to run away from the hard questions, but he's also not going to try to pound the guy. He's essentially got to he's got to work with the guy. But no, I've never heard Joniak or any of the specialty shows, I guess you're talking about. I've never heard anything about the Bears editing or wanting to see the questions ahead of time or anything like that. So yeah, rest assured, they're, you know, I mean, not that I've seen or know of, and I'd be surprised if that was the case.
Mark, before the season myself, if you were to ask me what I thought was going to happen with Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, to me it seemed like Matt Nagy actually had a little bit more rope, maybe even than Ryan Pace did. If you were to call the shots right now and you're sitting at a table in Vegas and you're pushing all your chips to the middle, do you think that this is a one or the other? Do you think this is a both? And do you think that this is headed towards either one at the end of the season?
Well, if I had to give one answer, I would say that they're a package deal, just because they just seem so tight at the hip in terms of.
And that's the right choice as far as I'm concerned, Mark. But that's what scares me about the Bears, because they never seem to make the right decision.
Yeah, well, and
no comment from Mark.
But if I had to say one stays and one goes, I think it would be Matt Nagy that would stay. And the only reason, I know, and here's the only reason.
Oh my God, Mark!
Yeah,
just give me a heart attack.
I heard from an ex-player that it is really hard to take a rookie quarterback and teach him all this terminology and teach him a way of doing things, and then all of a sudden scrap all of that and then bring in the next guy. Now, I know Nagy will have only been with Fields for a year, but that's just what an ex-player said. They said, don't underestimate the idea that it's not easy to scrap all the shit that he's learned and move it into, bring a completely new regime in. So,
well, I call bullshit on that, and you tell them exactly, because I think honestly, that is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. I'm serious. Whoever's saying that is wrong, and I'll tell you why.
All right.
You just sat with a negligent coach who didn't open a competition and teach this kid the right way. I saw on tape a kid that felt more comfortable with him not there. That's like that kid that's father is abusive, and when he's at the game, he goes into a shell. When he's not there, he feels like he can play and be with his friends. Again, to sell that we got to keep someone who's destroying the franchise and has been for 4 years, and it's going to take 4 more years, guys. Remember he said that? I told you, Mark, it takes 4 years to learn this offense. So now we're starting over again with this guy who's a shoe salesman. That's just the dumbest moronic thing. We don't want to change because Justin's going to have to learn another offense. Well, find someone who's a good teacher. And Justin's the most intellectual kid I've seen at the quarterback position. And no offense to Mitch, but this kid has it, Mark. So I hope you push back in these pressers if it comes to that.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, this was not a hypothetical being put forth by the ex-player, but it was kind of like it was just a don't underestimate. It wasn't like a this is how you have to do it. It was a just keep this in mind kind of thing. That's all.
This is the same collaboration crew that came out, so it's 100%. You're the best because you're giving us the truthful answer. Like, don't be surprised, guys. Shayne asked the great question. We hope it's both. It deserves to be both. But just like the Packers probably not being punished for this, the Bears will continue down this road of below mediocrity.
Yeah, because if you were to add, if you told me that I have to choose one, I'm launching Nagy to the fucking sun and keeping Ryan Pace around myself. But
yeah, if I had to choose one or the other, it's clearly staying with Pace.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Clearly staying with Pace.
The good news for you guys is that it's not like the Bears are afraid to fire coaches. I mean, they do it.
They don't do it in the season, though.
They just can't hire the right one. They just can't.
They can't hire the right one. They can't fire them in season and hold people accountable.
I guess they do go together, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. I hope that you're wrong there. When you look though back at this football team, obviously, where do you think they are coming into this Monday night? Again, it's been 3 weeks now. Basically, you're on national TV. Packers, Tampa, and then again this past weekend, being the 4 o'clock. You're on locally, I know, in the East. I think you were 80% of the country was the Bears this past weekend. We know we had them here on the East Coast. So going into Monday night, how confident are you in this football team? And is Nagy going to be back?
Oh, yeah. We don't know about Nagy as of yet. I think he will be back. But we're going to find – well, I'll know either later tonight or tomorrow morning for sure if Nagy is going to be back.
Can you text me if you hear it tonight? If we're still alive, I could put it.
Of course I will.
We'll break the news.
Yeah, actually.
He didn't have his presser today, did he? Usually on Wednesdays.
No, he didn't. Because today was today he doesn't talk every single day. All right, so I'm looking at some information right now. Okay, so I could say with 99% assurance to you guys that Matt Nagy will be out of the protocol and coaching because I just got an email from the Bears saying that Matt Nagy is supposed to speak to the media at 11:45 tomorrow, and there's been no Zoom link sent to us. So I'm going to assume since there hasn't been a Zoom link sent, that he's going to probably be. I mean, I can't say he's out of it yet, but that's a pretty good indication unless something changes.
So there you go, guys that are asking. Matt Nagy probably 99%. The Grote rule.
That's what
Monday
I'm saying.
night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't say officially, but connecting the dots that I have, it definitely leads to Matt being live and in person with us. So if he's live with us, then he'll be live with everybody.
Matt Nagy is probably the number one most wanted man in Chicago. Would you say that? He's all over the place wanting him to be fired. Does this franchise listen in that manner?
Oh, I
Do
think that
hear
they
it?
are. Like I said, that the franchise has not been afraid to fire coaches. They're not. If you're asking me if they're going to do it in the middle of the season, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it was. Although they obviously kept Matt Nagy last year, I'm sure it wasn't a slam dunk. So if there is more questions than answers still over what are there 9 more games to go for the Bears? If there are more questions than answers at the end of the year, then he probably doesn't get another year. But if there's some decided improvement, if all of a sudden Justin Fields is clicking and it just starts working, then they would probably consider bringing Nagy back. But if the Bears are, if they're a 5 or 6 win team, I don't know if there's any scenario where he comes back. So everything's on the table.
Real quick before we let you go, those of you listening, it's a little feedback coming from Mark Grote's speaker back into the thing. That's why you hear that clicking. Just for those asking, no one's typing. Cars isn't on the show. It's
I don't know what that is.
Last question, Mark, and then we'll let you go, and we'll have you back because I really, obviously, gonna have more questions with you right with an ear. Is there a chance that Ryan Pace, I know there's a rumor out there, goes up and replaces Ted Phillips, and they get a new GM and new coach in that? Have you heard anything of that sort, or no?
Wait, of the Bears?
Ryan Pace becoming the president of football operations, and then they hire a new GM and a new coach. That's been a rumor that was thrown out there this week.
Oh, wow. No, I have not heard anything to back that up. I am all for adding an extra football person. You know what I mean? Like whether it's Ryan Pace or somebody else. I mean, if they were to add a third layer to that, I think that would be great. But I have nothing to confirm or back that up at all at this point.
Yeah, my thinking just along with that is, do you think that they want some continuity with a guy like Ryan Pace as they venture into this Arlington Heights, that whole thing? You saw what he got done at Hallis Hall with the expansion there. And I mean, obviously this is going to be a lot more, this is going to be a much bigger, entity project for them to take on, but do they really want to turn this over to a whole new regime to do this when they can have somebody that's going to, that's been around, that knows the inner workings of the franchise and stuff like that. So that's where I think that there could be some teeth to this rumor.
Well, yeah, that kind of goes back to the continuity thing I was talking about with coach and quarterback. It's the same concept business-wise and football-wise, I suppose, that yes, every ownership group, every management group dreams of continuity, to have the same people in, like Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, to have the same guy year after year after year and win along the way too.
Yep.
That's the dream way to run a business. So I promise you that if they can have continuity, they certainly will. And yeah, I don't mind the idea. I mean, I really don't, to have an extra layer, an extra hierarchy of people. The more football people they hire over there, the more football like
Exactly.
that is what titillates me, you know.
Can we get lunch with Grote and you can push Larry Mayer out the door? Can we get that going on Bears.com?
I would never try to replace lunch with Larry. How dare you even consider that?
Real quick before we let you go, one last thing. We're right at the mark. Is there one guy on this football team that you've been surprised with this season?
I gotta probably say Khalil Herbert. I mean,
Nice.
I mean, especially from a running back spot. You know, watching the training camp, he always looks smooth and very natural. But I always just thought it would be as a kick returner and maybe the occasional run on the backfield, like when both guys were needing a blow or something. I didn't expect him to play, and I didn't expect like sometimes a guy will start his career, especially running backs, and they'll have a good first game, and then you'll never hear from them again, or they'll never be as good.
Right.
He's been so consistent, man, and the way he plays, like there's no reason why a guy like him couldn't be 1,000-yard rusher.
He's Mark Grote, 670 the score. You hear him on the Bears as well as on the Score, and you also have a podcast that I teased, Mark. Real quick, what is the name of the podcast and where can people listen to it? Because it's really good stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, it's called Let Me Put a List Together, and you can find it wherever you go to get your podcast, Apple Podcasts. We're actually on YouTube as well, but wherever you go to get your podcast, Let Me Put a List Together. Plus, it's on all my social media forums, so you can find it, you know, just look up my name, Mark Grote, or Let Me Put a List Together.
I got to come on that show with you sometime and put my list together.
I love it, man. just don't be bringing that crappy theme music.
No, I'm not. We're going to switch it up and get you a better intro the next time you come on, but you got to wear some headphones the next time.
I guess Shane's
going to have a coronary.
I don't know what the dealio is. I'm so used to doing the Zoom convos where I don't have to have anything.
Yeah.
So
stream. It's okay. People thought we were doing. We still love you.
Love you guys.
We still love you. All right. Mark Grote, thank you so much. Fuck the Packers. And there we go. Have a good time. We appreciate you. Go Bears.
See you guys.
See you, man.
He's Mark Grote. I know Shayne was getting fired up. I could see your face getting red. Not because you were wearing the same sweatshirt 3 weeks in a row, apparently.
Oh, I have like 10 of these things, man. I have like 10 of them.
Hey,
my buddy
she's paying attention to you, I guess.
No,
so.
My buddy owns this.
See, that's not. I've never even seen that.
I have them like in every color, and the white ones I have, I think.
I thought you were wearing a TTNL sweatshirt last week.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
So there you go. I missed her name.
It's clean. My shit's always clean.
Do you put fabric softener? Those?
Oh yeah.
Throw those in there.
Well, when I was single, I controlled all that. Hila does not want me touching the laundry at all, which I have no fucking problem with.
Tiffany, he's washed his sweatshirt. I hope you forgive him. But yeah, Steph at first
talking shit.
Tiffany was fired up with you. I thought she was your number one fan. Then she threw Shayne wearing this. She's taking shots.
Oh boy,
taking shots.
She's probably related to Ariel.
3 weeks in a row. He can't wash it. It's every Wednesday, Tiff.
Oh my god! I guarantee you that's not. I guarantee you that's not Tiffany's profile photo. She's probably 360 pounds, has 4 teeth. Tiffany, if you're gonna talk shit, you got to be able to fucking take it, Tiffany. Your name's Tim, and you work at fucking KFC. Fuck out of here.
My wife, when we first started together and we're living together, she didn't put the fabric softener in. And I'm like, what? My mom does this, but it has to. I've converted her. Lady Bear 83, shaking your head. I don't know if you're shaking. Were you shaking my head at the fabric softener?
No,
I was shaking it at the mom comment. My mom used to do it.
You don't like that. You don't like that?
No, that's fine. But
listen, it has that softness and there's a smell.
I agree with you.
I go with the smell.
You came off sounding like a mama's boy.
Hey, I
He
might
is.
be.
Look at him.
I might be. Is there anything wrong
Hello,
with that?
Philip. This
No.
is your dad.
This is your dad. Kaden, you didn't cut the clip of my dad saying, Philip, it's your dad on the BHL?
That was BHL. That's not
Can
my
you do
area. But I
What?
can, yes.
Yes,
I can,
please.
yeah.
Get it for next. Don't be
I'll
a
go find
jackal. Don't be a jackal.
I'm not trying to be like Jackal. Yeah.
Kaden, wait, real quick. Kaden, great job on the Claudio intro.
Thank
piece.
you. I just threw that
Very
together.
happy with that, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you.
Uh-oh.
See that?
Cherie.
Did anyone propose to Cherie? Ivan's a
Cherie, do you
married
want to
man.
smell my sweatshirt? I think
It
Tiffany's
looks white, so I'm a guess that it's clean.
Nope.
It's very clean. I'll take you on a smartest man tour of our, well, I guess it's not new anymore. It's 3 years old, but take everybody on a smartest man tour and I'll take you into the closet. Let you look around so you can verify. But come back in the chat room, Tiffany.
Tiff's
This
come on.
invention here is called the Cobb Quickie. Hands down the easiest way to butter your corn on the cob on
Tiffany right there.
Breaking news. The tape never lies. Network breaking news.
Listen to the TTNL studios. Greg Braggs. You know him from Braggs in the Stands?
Nope.
Some great clips. I don't know if we have any of his plays from BHL. Maybe we
Nope.
But Greg Braggs is coming to Connecticut. Greg Braggs is flying in, him and his beautiful wife, and they are going to we're going to film the whole thing, Shayne. Let me bring Shayne back in here. We're going to film the whole thing. I'm taking him to Moderna Pizza. He's from the region.
Get some real pizza. Oh, don't get Cherie fired up. Look at her.
He's not from Chicago, Cherie, right?
That's why he wouldn't know any better.
So we are going to take him.
What?
Gonna have modern pizza. So that is happening. That'll be November 20th, that weekend, that we play the Ravens. So that is huge breaking news here in TTNL. He's finally coming to the East Coast. The Atoshans, Braggs.
I'm gonna come crash.
Maybe
our party.
Jackal. Maybe Jackal will show. Jackal's so aloof. Weekends with Jackal, he's always doing something. He's just never as Jackal's journeys. Wait till next week.
Oh boy.
Jackal. Steph's still waiting for the backsplash. She wanted me to let you know.
3 kids, weekends. What the fuck are those?
Nope.
Man? I mean,
Listen, it's going to be a great time. We also have some more breaking news, Shayne.
Breaking news. The tape never lies. Network breaking news.
Shayne Marsaw, one Eric Kramer came to town, and all of a sudden there's text exchanged, and I guess Cars he's a big timer. He big timed Eric Kramer. He big timed Eric Kramer. He never. Eric's like, I tried to get together with him. Cars
told me if it was Shane Matthews, he would have been there.
Cars did not get to meet up with Eric Kramer. That is breaking news. Eric, I hope Cars is watching because he's not on the show.
He is currently driving back.
He's totally listening.
His car is driving back from Wisconsin.
He's free-handed.
That's why I told him. I told him I'd send him a link.
What goes on in that car?
He's got a Tesla, so he doesn't really technically have to drive. So I'm sure if I sent him a link.
Newest invention here is called the Cobb Quickie. Hands down.
That's what goes on.
That's what goes on in that
That's
car.
what somebody was doing instead of getting their vaccination.
Yeah. Ooh.
She's taking her shots at T.A. Haran. T.A. Haran. Born and raised in Chicago. I can admit, Connecticut has the best pizza, hands down. Chris Zorge said it the other day on the Super 16 poll show.
Phil made me a believer, and that's
Connecticut.
I would not defend it if I didn't believe in it. It's
so you know what that means. Are we going to get a fair judgment from Greg Braggs?
No.
Exactly. So he's going to just side with Chicago or the region. Sure.
Greg makes
2 different places.
This is a true story. Greg makes Jenny cut his pizza with a knife and fork before he'll eat it. Jenny,
really?
His wife has to cut it with a knife and fork for him.
I will be there filming this. First bite. 1 bite, Braggs?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he'll put the whole pizza in his mouth. No,
look at that mother. Yeah, 1 bite.
Yeah,
Braggs.
he's a big dude. He's big.
Boy.
He yoked up Jackal right at the bar. He was trying to go for Jackal's legs. Jackal's throwing little body
Give me that V-neck.
Give me that
Skinny
V-neck.
little fuck.
Chris Jackal today at the office. What are you talking? I wear 1 V-neck, he says. Meanwhile, he's got another one.
He got another one.
Yeah, I am wearing it.
Breaking news. The tape never lies. Network breaking news.
Phil, can you hear
No,
me?
your audio is terrible, Phil.
Phil, can you hear me? This is your dad speaking. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's so great.
Great job getting that. Who got that? Alex Acevedo?
Alex Acevedo.
I knew it. I fucking knew Alex. He steps up. Sign Alex to a fucking 3-year deal. Put him at quarterback. Guy always steps up in the pocket. Jackal's had 4 weeks to get that clipped. Hasn't done shit. Even Claudio was like, is Jackal going to do any shit tonight? I don't know. But apparently he has a clip. He does have a clip tonight. Clip tonight? It's almost like Kryptonite. Remember that song? Kryptonite? Yeah. Whatever the fuck it was. Anyway, we're all fired up.
Bring that fat ass over here. I want to get it in my mouth. I want to get it in my mouth. Oh, I want to suck on your fat ass. Gotta suck on that ass, baby.
It's the suck on that ass segment.
That goes out to a very special girl named Tiffany, wherever you are today, Tiffany.
Yes, we bring that fat ass over here segment.
Take a shower
It's
first.
brought to you by Bet US, Shayne. Bet US.
Yeah. They just canceled their.
Oh my God. We're off the rails early tonight. It is one of those nights, guys. I have to say this. Let me do the Bet US read. Life is back on sports bettors. Life is back for you. And Bet US has you covered. Whether it be NBA, NHL, NFL, UFC, PGA, college football, all the lines up for their 27th year and live betting on all of it. Log into betus.com. If you're 100 crew, and you love Shayne and Phil and all of the cast that we have here, you got to go to betus.com. And you just punch in the promo Shy City. That's CHICITY 125. You get 125% bonus on that bet. Customer service pros are ready to answer a phone call if you call 1-800-79-BET-US. You can call them on the phone, social, online betting. Kickoff starts now. Play with a proven mainstay in the industry. Sorry. Bet US. You bet, you win, you get paid. It's Bet BetUS.com. They are our sponsor here. Help them out. BetUS. Go over there. If you're a gambler, bring that fat ass over.
Oh, bring that fat ass over here. I want to get it in my mouth. I want to get it in my mouth.
BetUS. I'm sure they're happy about that. Why not? You're gambling. Gamble. Go. Be brave. Speaking of gambling with your life, look at this. Shayne, is that a little too close for COVID comfort?
Yeah, it could be. What's up with the short fingers?
I think they tuck themselves deep within the Nagy back shoulders. Like, I own you, right? I own you.
So, Cherie, what do you think about the song that we've been playing the last couple of weeks here that Phil's already shared a couple of times?
Oh.
Are you a fan or not a fan?
I'm a fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So is he, apparently. Finally, Nagy, we agree on something. Shayne, we love you. Cherie, thank you so much for jumping on here, being such a good sport. We will bring you back.
Oh.
Oh. We will bring you back.
Oh. Oh, bring that
If you just missed it and you're like, you just came into the show, I gotta give Caden Whitlow his due. Every week we lead off the show with the moderator, Claudio the Barber. And I've asked Caden, I was challenged him, and so can you just cut some of Claudio's opens because he's always missing the intro. So the music stops, the camera comes on, you start talking. That's how you do it. And you guys have seen us do live reads on here and station IDs. Well, Claudio has been on the show since it began, and he's never been able to get it right. And Caden Whitlow started the show with this. Let's play it real quick.
Oh, this is Claudio the Barber. Yo, 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 this is Claudio the Barber. Oh, this is Claudio the Barber. This is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports Keeping It 100. Listen, it's Jesper Horsted's world, and we're just all living in it. Oh, this is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports Keeping It 100. I see you, Sherry. I see you.
This is Michael the fucking killer right here. All right?
Never mind. Take him off. I can't even understand him because of the mask. It's done. Take it off.
I don't always smoke weed, but when I do, it's because Jackal don't do shit. That might be the best line. Caden Whitlow, take a bow. Great job there. Shayne, back to the Chicago Bears. I have had a lot of DMs and messages of people, I give up. I'm done. Not going to be watching. I love the show, but I'm done. Well, I ask you not to do that. I ask you to weather the storm. There's 9 games left in this season. There's plenty of things you're going to analyze and talk about. And hopefully in those 9 games, the cream always rises to the top. You're going to find out the whys and all of that stuff. Everything that we've seen. Like, why the fuck didn't Cars make time for Eric Kramer? We'll find that out next week with Cars. But also, why was the offense better with Nagy there? Why did Justin look better without Nagy there? This is where these things come into play. And you look back on this football game that happened this past week, and you felt, as you saw on Bears Hour Live, all of us thought the Chicago Bears were going to pull that victory off. All of us did. But they somehow find a way to unbalance the ship. And what I mean by that is when the offense is playing, you don't see the defense rise to the occasion like they have been. The defense is playing phenomenal. The offense never rises to the occasion. This becomes a cultural problem. And it's been that way since I can remember. There's never been a head coach, and a lot of you love Lovie Smith, and I get it. But there is a lot of, what we saw, past bias. We forget really the heartbeat of the moments of that. The reality is the Bears have never been a consistent, built organization from top to the bottom. And if your front office sucks, you still are able to find a way to win if your head coach has a plan, there's accountability, and there's an emphasis on what it is you want to do each and every week. Now, Shayne, you and I have analyzed this football team for a long time. I can honestly say I can't remember once. I cannot remember one game. And I will challenge all of you in the chat to come up with one game that you said, wow, the Chicago Bears as a football team went out there and played the complete game. They played the complete game. They were well coached. They ran. They pursued the football. They tackled well. They blocked well. They had a plan, and they really attacked it. I can't remember one game. And the only game I remember them blowing someone out was Rex Grossman versus the Bills. You just saw they took ownership of that game, and still they did not play the complete game. Anybody, please bring the game up that you remember that they did. And we're not talking 1985, guys. I'm talking about since that best team in the NFL history, arguably. Some people could throw one other team against them, but I still will say, and it's not bias, and I saw the Packer troll coming in here. Aside from 85, give me a game that you remember, and it'll be great. I want to see it. I want to see it. I was at Tampa Bay 2018 in the stadium, and it was a horribly coached offensive football game, despite those 6 Mitch Trubisky touchdowns, as Jim Larison and Shayne can remember me coming on the show saying, this coach doesn't understand. That's when I knew, even in that blowout.
Yeah, I remember.
I said, this guy doesn't understand. Jordan Howard is the guy you're running. He was putting in Tariq Cohen, so it wasn't a complete game. The scoreboard says, okay, that's where the stats go. So Barlissimo, someone who's watched tape, if that's where I want to see the complete game, I want to see it. I don't remember it, and that's unfortunate. And I cut the tape every week. This week, there's an indictment on coaching. There's an indictment in coaching because I don't know another offensive team that handles their scheme and their players the way the Chicago Bears do. Now, Shayne, you wanted to talk about personnel. Look at the receiver core.
It's terrible. No, we talk about it every week. If you're a TTNL patron, if you're not, head over to thetapeneverlies.com, sign up. You won't regret it. But on game days, I post, the inactives, and every single week so far, Brashad Perriman has been on the inactive list. And I'm not saying that he's even going to come in here and make an impact. But if you don't believe that he can be impactful, then he shouldn't be on the roster at all.
Exactly.
He hasn't been active for a single game this year, but yet you see Damiere Byrd trotted out week after week after week. And there's no rhyme or reason to anything that they do, Phil. That's the part that is so disgusting, really, as a fan, because you saw the trade deadline come and go yesterday, and the Bears didn't even make a minor move. You know what I mean? Trying to trade a veteran for even a lower end draft pick or a
exactly.
You saw teams like the Philadelphia Eagles make multiple trades for guys that they liked in the draft, and they flipped, future draft picks. They flipped some lower end of the roster players for guys that they liked in the draft that they're able to pull off. And the Bears just don't. The Bears stood pat because the Bears, it shows you the mentality that they think that they can still sneak into the playoffs, and that's their mentality. And I'm not saying that you don't want to go out there and win each and every week, but at a certain point, your focus has to shift to one player on this team, and that's number one, Justin Fields. It's not the Khalil Mack show. It's not the David Montgomery show. It's not the Allen Robinson show, Darnell Mooney show. It's not. This is all about what is best for Justin Fields today and moving forward into the future. Number one.
Agree.
And the Bears do not believe in that. They just don't. They feel like they're above it. Their biggest thing is that we're the charter franchise. Teams around the NFL they love the culture that we've built here. Yeah, because they fucking beat you every week, asshole. That's why they love it. I don't give a shit what your culture is. Your culture isn't anything. It's a culture of losing. They want you to maintain what you're doing because the Bears are a sleeping giant. They really are. But they're not run like a serious franchise. They're like
that's why I had to push back on.
Right. They're like the
Brody,
University
Shayne.
of Texas in college football. If
could
you've
you
got the right
imagine
leadership and the right head coach in there, they would be bigger than Alabama is in college football right now. 100%. That's what the Bears should be. But instead, you got an old fucking guy like Gil Brandt that's got one foot in the fucking grave at this point, out tweeting pot shots at the fucking Chicago Bears today multiple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you get those shots?
Yeah,
Or
no, I'll
Jack
bring them
will
up,
do
but
something?
it's sad, man. That they don't do shit, just like Jackal.
No, you're 100% right in truth. And I'll get back to the complete games because some of you have brought some good arguments for that. We'll get back to that. But I think it's so important that we understand what Shayne just said. And I don't think you and I have talked about this. So it's right here, right now. And it's part of this conversation as we unravel with Grote saying what he said. Again, from somebody. I push back. Like, no, you don't keep a shitty teacher in the class because he's established a course. What do you call that? A syllabus that you stand by. Hey, this syllabus really works. I know he sucks at teaching, but let's keep it because this has been working and we've been making money off of it. That's a loser's mentality. I want someone in here that's going to make Justin Fields better. Not, oh, he's now learning a shitty offense in year 2. Can you imagine? That is the dumbest fucking franchise. I would be tempted to be done. Like, I don't even know how to feel if you keep continuing in an abusive marriage. It's like the definition of crazy here. It's not working. Nagy is the worst coach. In Caden's Open, they're all taking shots at him. Everybody in Connecticut is taking shots. People that don't even know fucking the Bears are taking shots at Nagy. Anybody with a brain can see Justin Fields is the most talented quarterback we have had since I can remember. You know who's holding him back? Nagy. Shayne's personnel. Would you sign Allen Robinson on this fucking team?
Fuck no.
Are you fucking signing Allen Robinson for this team in the future? No.
No way.
No fucking trotting out there, jogging, not blocking, not caring. I need players that are going to go out there and fucking do everything in their power to win. There's a kid on this football team I will never question ever. And that's a new kid, 17, goes out there, owns it every fucking play. He's fucking probably going to get hurt. but he goes full speed every fucking time. I'm trying to find him loafing. He does. I mean, I'm looking at tape. Who cares? Who wants to be here? Who wants to help Justin win? Jesse James does. Is he perfect? No. But I could see it. Khalil Herbert, love it. He's fucking running hard. Cody White here? Nope. I know Mustafa's trying. I'm never questioning him. But he's limited. He's so limited that he's causing your offense to be that much worse. And your head coach can't figure that out. I don't even know what to tell you. It's unfortunate that we got Jimmy Graham. Does he care? Does he care about this young kid? There is zero accountability. Demir Bird's taking up reps in the red zone. Demir Bird is blocking edge defenders. It's like sending my son out there to block against Shayne. It's not happening. It's embarrassing. You're holding accountability against the wrong players. You have no plan on offense. And I think it was an indictment. And I know Grote didn't want to go there, but I think it is an indictment that the team.
Riley Ridley got cut in preseason, Jamal. He's not even. I don't believe he's even on a roster.
He's not on a
practice squad
roster
anywhere.
He isn't in the league. But someone I saw brought up a great point. What is Daz Newsome? Why isn't he out there? Why aren't you trying to see what you have in players to try to get the best? There is zero. And I know I'm like a broken record here, and I know Cars will agree with me. But why aren't you it's clear to me that Jasper Horsted is better than Komet right now. It's clear to me. So have Komet out there, no doubt. I'm not saying bench that kid. I think Komet's given his heart in blocking. I will break down the play of him, and I have Tampa Tom and his tight end, and Cole Komet, spoiler alert, and Justin Fields, and you could see the difference in who wants it, who plays for their quarterback, who makes the effort. Listen, this is a fucking game, but you get paid to play it. If your heart isn't in it, then you've already retired. You've already quit. Did you see the effort? We can continue going down the list. Does DHC want to be out here playing? Did you see this fucking effort? 89-yard sprint to catch that kid that goes unnoticed. That guy wants to play. Duke Shelley wants to fucking play. How they've treated Duke Shelley is beyond me. Why is Tease Tabor on this fucking team? Why is he playing safety? These questions go on. Remember, Marquis Christian was starting against the Rams.
Yeah, week 1.
Week 1 got fucking tooled. Danny T is on the field in third down situations getting fucking abused. Why is he on the field? Why? These questions, does he want it? Do they care? Do they care? You watch the tape, you see who cares. And it's unfortunate. It has to come to me and this network and Barlissimo and Shayne, because you know those fucking blog boys ain't doing it. They're giving you fucking stats. This is how many times Kendall Vildor was thrown at versus -1. Watch the fucking tape. Kid's 5'8", maybe 9. That deep ball he gave up, he's a fucking inch from batting that shit
Still
down.
a hell of a play.
It was such a tremendous effort, and we're fucking wanting to run his ass out of town. You don't fucking understand the game of football if you're Kendall Vildor sucks. Show me he sucks. You're fucking throwing stats. Okay, the quarterback had nowhere else to throw. He throws a fucking 2-yard hitch, and it's against Kendall Vildor, and PFF gives a fucking poor grade. You're going to use that shit? Come on. Watch the fucking tape. Never lies. We're you're being misled by these insiders telling you David Montgomery's going to be traded. What did I tell you on BHL? Don't follow those fucking guys. I got people sending me fucking 20 of those Austin F bullshit. Bullshit. Show me your fucking, you got no source. Who the fuck's telling anybody you're getting traded? No one. Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter. That's it. We're going to guess. Come on. Be smarter than that. I know this season sucks. It's going to get worse. I'm telling you right now. It's going to get worse. Before
you gotta change your focus like the Bears should have did. But I always go back to it's going to get worse.
Exactly, Barrelissimo. Wasn't even his fucking guy. I'm sorry. Final defense of Kendall Vildor. I've watched the Bears have corners getting burned.
But just be thankful you got just.
Did we lose Shayne, Cherie? Lost you for a second, Shayne.
Yeah, you guys were gone for me too.
You pulled a Grote, I think.
Yeah.
Did Riley log on to Fortnite or something?
It's probably that Larry Mayer slander, and he's taking out my.
He's all blurry now. You're pulling a DDP back in the day. Now I know how you felt.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. Is it? I'm blurry now.
Yeah.
I can bounce out and see what's.
He's bouncing out. He'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. What was that from? First one in the chat. I'll send you a fucking Keeping It 100 t-shirt. See who gets that, Cherie. First. I want the first guy or gal. Shayne is back.
No better?
You are 100% better. You're back.
Nice.
So, in reality, was it the WB, Jackal? Cherie says yes. So there you go. John Centino. I thought it was ABC Saturday morning cartoons. Can we get Caden Whitlow to check into that? Jackal's throwing his fists. After these messages, I believe early Deloach got it right. Because that's how I remember it. So does Cal. Because it wasn't Looney Tunes. So I got to disregard. Are we giving...
It was ABC.
There you go. Early Deloach. DM me your address. I'll send that out to you this week. Appreciate it. Jackal, once again, didn't do shit. He's getting, yes, it is WB. Yes, motherfucker, it's WB. Go ahead. You got the video? Can't even hear him.
He's on.
It's right fucking there. Jesus Christ.
What was that? Fake aggression? Where's the video?
It's not a video. It's just the picture.
Oh, it's just a picture.
It's just a picture for proof.
So it is ABC.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you, Jackal. You did do something.
Saturday
Early
morning.
Deloach.
Saturday morning cartoons, man.
Dude.
Oh, bring that fat ass on.
What was your go-to cereal? That was the big sugar cereal day for me as a kid.
Oh,
that
hell
Saturday
yeah.
morning.
I was the youngest in my family. My sisters were like 5 and 7 years older than I was.
8 o'clock it started.
So they were at the point where they were only concerned about sleeping in. So I'd get up, get down, get a bowl of cereal, curl up on the couch with a blanket. Yeah, do your business right there on a Saturday. But that was back in the day. Like kids now have it so goddamn easy. You know,
they don't even have Saturday morning cartoons.
Right.
They just have cartoons at their
whenever
disposal.
they want it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, boom, throw it on Hulu, Netflix, Nickelodeon. They all have
probably
a stream.
Back in the day. Like, oh man.
Mine was Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles, yeah.
Oh my God. Or Captain Crunchberry. That was the go-to, man. I wasn't a big fan of the Lucky Charms, but
I'm a Lucky Charms guy. I like Lucky Charms.
The marshmallows were like crunchy. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, marshmallows are soft, like
Cinnamon Toast Crunch was another one. That was a good one.
Motherfucking chocula, he's saying.
Jackal, what'd you eat for cereal? Cool. Anyways. That's good.
Listen, every week we do it. We do it well. We're going to look back before we look ahead to the Steelers, Chicago Bears, Monday night, not Sunday.
Philatojan, Shayne Marsaw, the Tape Never Lies Network.
A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up. This week, Draft Dr. Phil and Shayne Marsaw, the smartest man. Bear ups and bear downs of the week.
Fucking my boy Vito was rocking Golden Grams. I forgot about Golden Grams. Remember Golden Grams?
Yeah.
Honey Smacks?
Honey Smacks became Sugar Smacks was first. But then they made it to
Jackal
honey.
liked them because they look like
9 out of 10
They look like little vaginas.
I'm an ass guy, so but whatever.
Yeah,
Sorry
we've
there,
heard
sure.
that from multiple people, Jackal. But
it's fine.
Wait, you playing tonight? You playing the game, or you got to bounce?
No, I'm good tonight. We're good.
Oh, okay, he's
I'm
good.
Don't forget to fucking text before you go to the bathroom so we can give you clean.
I'll let you know.
Ooh, good call, Laz with Count Chocula. Did you guys like the Count Chocula line?
Dude, Count Chocula.
Chocolate milk after
that
you eat
made
cereal?
gave you the extra.
Love me.
Because you also got the drink.
DJ
Angelo
taking L's.
Angelo's taking an L.
Who the fuck
Great
ate
nuts.
Wheaties as a kid?
What are you
My
saying?
father.
Wheaties as a kid.
I want
My
to be like
dad pulled
mommy.
the wheat. My dad would be like, Philip, I got your cereal.
Yeah.
Like, what is it's Wheaties. I
Yeah.
put some sugar.
I bought Wheaties just when it had MJ on the
Your
box.
mom-
That's the only fucking reason. I think I threw the cereal out and kept the box.
I got the Wheaties right there. The Walter one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's do it. Can you see it? Yep, right there. Wheaties.
Nice.
But did your mom or dad sell you with some sugar on it? Like throw it on the Cheerios or no?
Oh, on the Cheerios, yeah. And then
Cheerios,
you
they threw
eat
a
all the
little
cereal
sugar.
and then you dig down deep.
Oh,
for the
you got
sugar
that
at the
deep
bottom.
scoop of
Hell yeah.
Kicks with a little sugar on there.
The sugar looked like a grayish.
How much sugar are you putting in there, bro?
PJ's
I
pissed.
had
He
a
never.
bunch.
PJ's pissed. He never thought about putting sugar on his Wheaties. Like motherfucker, I just ruined my
It was
childhood.
awful. Cardboard and
Grape nuts. I can't believe this.
Oh,
Angelo.
that shit would break your teeth if you didn't eat it the
Holy
right way.
shit! That
Oh
yeah,
my
exactly. It tasted like you were eating turf.
Very economical.
Is that Angelo Marino from Wallingford, Connecticut? Raisin Bran Crunch is very underrated. You got to try the Raisin Bran Crunch.
That is
Now,
good.
It's got that cluster of honey granola within it, Cherie. Are you a raisins person? Who's not raisins?
Oh, remember the California raisins?
Yeah,
Of
love.
course. What was the song, Cherie?
They did a lot of the Temptations.
Heard it through the grate.
Yeah, I
There
heard
you
the
go.
grapevine.
That was the one. Heard it
Clip
through the
that, Cherie.
grapevine.
Nah,
You're gonna
shit.
get a shirt.
143.41.
I wrote it down.
No, he didn't. Caden did though.
Yeah,
I typed
Caden's
it.
never
God,
heard of any of
Caden's a
these
sniper.
cereals.
Yeah.
Caden is a sniper.
He's like
We
these
can go
assholes.
through-
this
These
is fun,
assholes
yeah.
couldn't scream their cartoons.
The Smurfs were a Saturday morning cartoon.
He's one of those young ones that screams to his mom, "Mom, bring me some cereal. Cartoons are on." Right? Did you get your own cereal as a kid?
Did you? Did you?
Not really.
This kid
My
watched
parents would
Paw
actually make
Patrol.
breakfast.
You watch
really
Paw
didn't
Patrol,
have
right?
cereal.
Yeah, quality time in the morning. Look at that.
Wait,
You get a full
what
spread.
did he
huh?
say? He got a
Sweet.
full breakfast.
Yeah.
I was
got
downstairs
blueberry
making my
little
own
cut, little
cereal.
circles and
My
shit.
parents were upstairs. What were they doing?
Oh, bring that fat ass over here.
Shayne's dad. Hey, Philip, it's your dad.
Yeah, be right back. Go eat some grape nuts.
While someone else eats my nuts.
Did you ever catch your mother or father in that?
One time.
Everybody here did.
Yeah, I would
man.
get like all stealth mode and crawl across the floor on my stomach.
Oh my God, you pervert.
No.
Yeah, this is getting weird.
Because at night,
You gotta have some clarity.
My parents had a TV in their room. Of course, I didn't when I was a kid. Another thing, Caden's probably like, you didn't have a TV the whole time in your room? That's fucked up. I always used to sneak down the hallway, and they had like this big crack under their door, and I could lay down low enough, and I could see the TV.
Big crack.
And I
You
can
were
remember watching TV, and I'm like,
oh my God.
What is that noise? Yeah, and that was I fucking stealthed it right back out of there real quick.
Fucking never watched
I had
TV
that
that way again.
I had that moment where like all right, I'm going out. Love you guys. I'm leaving. I was going to like a party. So thankfully this didn't happen until I was like 18, 17.
That's even worse.
Oh, that's worse.
No,
dude.
Yeah, as a
no.
kid, at least
I
you
think
know.
I would be completely
Wait, you caught
shattered.
him at 17 or 18?
Yes,
You caught your dad?
17, I think. I was in high school. I was like, I'm going out, I'm going to a party. I left and I go, fuck, I forgot my wallet or something. So I had to come back. So I get into the house and I'm going quiet because I didn't. And all of a sudden I could hear what was going down.
Can you hear
No,
me?
your audio is terrible, Phil.
Phil, can you hear me? This is your dad speaking.
Oh,
I love everyone's reaction in the back of that.
There he is. That's what he was doing. Caden, you did as well? Caden, you
I can't remember a time exactly, no. But
you never it's a yes or no for you.
You ever remember a time in your bedroom where you didn't have a TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
There you go. Tate and Deb don't have a TV in their room.
Oh my God.
Yeah, neither do my kids.
I really stopped. I didn't start watching TV. Like when I was 10, like around that age, I just stopped watching TV. Really.
Yeah, because you're streaming everything on your
Pretty
fucking
much,
iPhone.
Yeah,
That's what it was, yeah.
It's not his tablet.
He had an iPad when he
Fuck
was
outta
one,
here.
so
He's playing Roblox.
What the adults
and
talk
shit.
about football.
He's fucking playing Roblox and shit. All right, let's go. We always talk everything on this show. We're always keeping it 100. And TTNL, yes, you are family. This week, bear up, bear down. Every week we do it. The bear up was the good performer. The bear down was the bad performer. Opposite of the Bears fight song. Right now, everything we do here is the opposite of the Bears. So this is perfect. Cherie, we're going to start with the negative. Then we go to the positive. Who's your bear down this past week?
Everybody who missed the tackle on at 83, 86 yard. Oh my gosh. I don't even know who to blame. Like that play pissed me off so bad. So I don't know who to blame. It's all their fault.
There's things that I'm not going to get into in front of everybody as to why.
That's what Phil's dad said.
Yes, not get into it, coach. So
Bears defense. You are my
you're just
bear down.
taking the whole defense. Wow.
There you go.
Jeez. Claudio's not here. She's taking the whole defense. The variables.
When I say the variables, that
Yeah, when you say the variables. All right. Chris Jackal. That's still, you could still isolate. You could still isolate Chris, even though she.
I'm going to switch it up. Cody
Yeah,
Whitehair. He ultimately had 3 penalties. One was declined, I believe. You know, he is the gentleman that I am going to chalk up tonight as my bear down. Cody Whitehair.
So what do we do?
Cody Whitehair is my bear down.
There he is. He finally got a little help.
From my friends. There's nothing wrong with that.
BJ Armstrong throwing the ball inside to Scottie Pippen this week. Apparently he's made a lot of news.
Oh, yeah. He's selling books.
Selling books.
I'm an idiot.
I got a couple for sale back here, Berlissimo.
Caden Whitlow, your bear down this week.
I'm going to stay on the offensive side. I'm going to go with Cole Kmet. Dropped the touchdown pass. Probably should have had it. And he just really hasn't done really much this year. It's just kind of really been underwhelming because I thought honestly he'd play much better. But
Cole Kmet. So how do you finish this?
Cole Kmet, you're my bear down this week.
There you go. That's
bring that fat ass.
I'll go next. My bear down, Chris Jackal. You did a great job there stealing my bear down. Well, I'm going to go number 12. Allen Robinson continues to be a disappointment. Bearlissimo, as he does, sent me the tape, the cut-ups, and I'm going through. And it's effort. Just go after. Maybe can you help out? Be the player that $18 million. I know some fans get or some trolls get so fired up, but again, he's getting paid to make plays, to do his job. That's the part of the mission is for you to go out there. So I don't care if the ball is away from you. Go out there, play to the whistle, do your best. Allen Robinson, you are my bear down this week. Shayne Marsaw.
Yeah, I'm going to poach one player from Cherie's defense that she picked. I'm going to go with Bilal Nichols at this point. I mean, heading into the season, he was a guy that you had earmarked for a contract extension, and I don't know how there's any possible way that they can invest any sizable money into Bilal. I don't know if he's just, coasting at this point, trying not to get hurt because he's looking at his payday. It seems like that's what he's doing, but he's getting overpowered. He's getting pushed around. I've been really, really disappointed in Bilal Nichols. He has regressed a whole bunch. So I'm gonna say Bilal Nichols, you are my bear down this week.
I love it. Yeah, Bearlissimo, my father and I did a great breakdown last week. If you're a patron, and Bearlissimo isolated on Bilal's effort. Here is a contract year. You're content being blocked. You're not a Chicago Bear, or you're certainly not out there playing. It's unfortunate that we have to continue to watch that kind of stuff transpire. Again, who is holding these players accountable? Like, real quick, before we go to Bear Up, I want to say this. As a football coach, your priority is team first. Team. All the other things, all the relationships, all the love that you have for all of these players, believe me, individually, you got to coach, you got to be maniacal with everything that's going on. But at the end of the day, just like this network, the tape doesn't lie. The tape never lies. So when you get the tape and your job is on the line and your game plan and everything that you're doing is on the line, and you decide what you're putting on tape, not Cherie, not Greg Braggs from the region, not Bearlissimo from the UK, not Brian Hennessy or PJ or Max Power, Vito, or my boy Bullets. They don't decide. They cheer. And they're cheering their asses off. So now you as a coach have to remember these people that come out and pay to watch you play and use that as the vice grip to get the most out of your football team. So that if it means Bilal Nichols is loafing and it means Allen Robinson could give a fuck and Mike Furry's still here coaching these fucking guys, somebody has to sit. Somebody has to be held accountable, and it's all right in front of them. And it's not happening. It's not. Dare I say that Mark Trestman had more accountability than Matt Nagy's staff? So I go back to when I said, was there a complete game? And Cherie and a few other people say, Dallas. Mark Trestman, Josh McCown, Dallas game. I'm sure I can go in there and watch that game and find loafing on defense. I'm sure of it. 100% sure. But I get what you're saying. That's Mark Trestman's team. Imagine that. Mark Trestman's team had a complete game in your mind. Think about that. As William Mookie Hill is asking, why isn't DHC starting? Because there's no accountability. There's none. Eddie Jackson will be right out there. Why? Politics. We paid Eddie. Eddie even came out and questioned his own team. Right, Shane? He's like, yeah, motherfucker. Nick Saban held me accountable when I was at Alabama. Why isn't it happening here? Why is it okay for Mark Grote to be okay? Why is it okay for Rick Morrissey or Jeff Joniak or anybody? Why is it okay that we aren't holding these people accountable? I want a football player like Darnell Mooney that says, if I touch my hands on it, it's on me. That's what you sign up for. At the end of the day, it's not a pipe dream, guys. It's not. John Harbaugh has seen it. John Harbaugh is doing it over there. It's not a pipe dream. Bill Belichick is doing it. Sean Payton is doing it. It's not a pipe dream. How does the Dallas Cowboys get their fucking second string quarterback out there throwing for 300 and something yards? Because they're fucking doing the little things, fundamentals. They matter more so than any other sport in football. It is the ultimate team sport. It is the ultimate team sport. And when you start, we can write story. We can go back in audio history and you can hear Shane and Phil calling this shit out 8 years ago. 8. It's the same fucking treadmill they're running on. Ted Phillips, Ernie Accorsi, these guys. Do I got to play this for you again? Do I got to play it for the fucking blog boys and the frauds and all the fucking people?
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
Outstanding leaders don't tolerate bullshit on the field. You want fucking details? This show, this network, Shane is telling you. I've watched Barrelissimo breaking down coverages, showing you what is going on like nobody else. And I sit there and am so impressed with my guys, my people. I'm sitting here listening to Shane make point after point after point, week in and week out, people stealing shit. And I sit there and I'm like, I'm so impressed with this guy. I'm so impressed with Matt Carson. I'm giving him shit about not seeing Eric, but shit happened. I get it. I'm joking. The reality is what Matt has said or where he stood. He's not afraid to say, I was wrong about Matt Nagy. This stuff, and I'm sorry, I'm going on a mini fucking rant because it's so important to me to see the effort at the very least, the effort. I don't watch a Packers game and look at them and wow, they really don't give a fuck. And to me, that bothers me. I don't know about you. It bothers me. It shouldn't just come from within on a Monday night football game. It should be there every Sunday for this fan base. They have endured too much. We have seen too much bullshit. And everybody to a brother, ask yourself, should Matt Nagy be the head coach of the Chicago Bears? And if the answer is an adamant no, then what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Shane, bear up this week.
Yeah, I'll leave the layups for you guys. I mean, I think there's a couple easy ones, but I'm gonna go just because of one play. Phil, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but when I saw DHC not giving up, given everything that he had, the thing about it is that aftermath of that play, they originally called it a touchdown, and then they took it back. The Bears ended up holding them to third down, and then Jimmy Garoppolo ended up scoring on third down, unfortunately. But that heart and that intensity is what you want to see from a guy when you're down, when you're trying to earn your keep. That's what we haven't seen on this team at each position. Now, if I'm reviewing tape as a coach or as a GM of this franchise, I'm putting a gold star next to that, and that's a Chicago Bear.
Exactly.
That's a guy that I want around here. That's a guy that I'm going to reward with a contract extension. That is a guy that I'm going to say you're You earned your playing time, and then you cemented your status on this roster with a play like that. So DeAndre Houston Carson, you continue to impress me, and this week you're my bear up.
Great choice. It was actually going to be my choice. So I'm just going to say one little nugget on top of that. And I'm tell you a personal story. I played football. I love football. It is my life, if you don't know it. I remember being a young kid seeing Donnell Wolford sprint, run down Barry Sanders, and John Madden broadcasting the game saying, look at this guy. It was an amazing run by Barry. But John Madden, who's a football person, that's what we need. Guys like that said, forget the great run. It was a great run. I'm not telling. And he's isolated on Donnell Wolford. And as a young kid, that stood with me. And I applied that same thing. Never give up. Sprint. You never know. A guy's going to cut back. A guy might slow down. Something. A guy drops the ball. You never know. Donnell Wolford did that for me. And I'll never forget. I applied that into the game. I ended up running down a guy and saving a touchdown, keeping them out of the end zone and the points. Otherwise, if I was lazy, gave up, they score. So what DHC did there was show integrity, show pride. That's what fans want to see. So great point. I know Lady C is bringing in a point that I'm making right now. So I don't know. I can't read her whole point, but I saw Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin holds people accountable. He uses the press. He uses every nugget of mental fortitude to his advantage. Football is a mental game. It's the understanding of how to get the most out of your athletes and your players that you must have. And you got to be maniacal. In this game, I watched the tape, and this young rookie running back plays with passion and pride. There's nothing. He's not panicked when Mustafa's getting blown into the backfield or Cody Whitehair doesn't sustain his block. They have a shade inside, and you already have the advantage, but you allow someone to beat you across the face. Khalil Herbert runs the football very, very instinctively, and he runs the ball with awareness and toughness. Now, I say this only because I don't like narratives. As a talent evaluator, he is not David Montgomery. David Montgomery is an elite level runner that I haven't seen since Walter Payton. That's Neil Anderson. He's better on tape. Just me analyzing my opinion, watching him. David Montgomery, God, sucks that he got injured, was doing things and showing you everybody that's what he is. Khalil Herbert, though, tremendous back, tremendous find. And Mark Grote saying what he said tonight. Listen, I'm all for guys that give their best, do the best, and run hard. He did an amazing job. And Will is right. He's got to learn how to pick up the blitz. He's got to make every catch. He's got to make plays and be the elite runner that I think he can get to. So there you go. My bear up this week, Khalil Herbert. Caden Whitlow.
Okay, in Claudio's absence this week, I'm going to go with his guy, Darnell Mooney. I mean, he looks like our wide receiver one right now. Like Allen Robinson, you see him very rarely, and Mooney's he's a safety blanket for Fields. It's his guy. It's where he likes to go with the ball, and he actually blocks. Like he blocks down the field. You look at the touchdown run that Fields had that's been played. So yeah, he's definitely my bear up this week. He hasn't got enough credit.
Yeah, he does the things away from the football. On the touchdown run you're referring to, the fourth down, terrible call. Let's not forget Justin Houdini'd that whole play. But you're right. Darnell Mooney's our number one receiver. That's what your number one guy is. He did drop a pass that was an interception. He should have caught that. I'll show that, but I really like the pick because I think he's pissed off that he dropped that. But good pick right there. Chris Jackal, your bear up.
I like Mr. Borom. I'm sticking on the offensive line.
Look at
here.
you. You're an offensive line coach this week.
A little bit of Bearlissimo rubbing off on me here. All those tweets talking about Mr. Borom. But I have to agree. I think, he definitely came into the situation right off of an injury. We needed something out of him, and he performed. I just wanted to say I like Jason Peters on that block on that touchdown run, just absolutely lighting the fuck up out of that dude. So I was all about the offensive line this past game. But so my bear up is Larry Borom.
There you go. Larry Borom, good pick. Made a couple of things. I'm watching him on tape that I think he would like to improve on. But listen, there's a play that I'll isolate on him one-on-one against Bosa, and he's not intimidated. He's physical and he's aware. So everything we've seen him on tape as we were leading up to the draft is he was my dad's favorite tackle in the draft. Philip, it's your dad. Borom was his guy. So yeah, we'll be looking at Borom this weekend as well when we go to the tape this weekend on the www.thetapeneverlies.com. Become a
Phil,
patron. Yes.
Is that more just rust, or is that just
I think it has to do with, think about this, guys. He comes in against the Rams, gets hurt. Then he's been out. Now he's coming in against the 49ers, going up against Nick Bosa, and he's a rookie, and he goes out there and watches. There's things that you see on tape, and I'll show you, that you could just tell he's going to be a special offensive tackle. But again, I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm going to put the truth there, and there's certain things. But to answer your question, yes, a lot of rust. But I was so proud of him. That is the truth. Cherie, who do you got? The whole bet US? What do you got?
That's not what I was putting up.
What is going on?
Hey, what are you trying to do over there?
I can't believe y'all left Dave for me.
Of course, we all left. We said the layup's going to you.
It was simple.
Of course, my bear up is going to be the handsome, magnificent, elusive Justin Fields.
We don't have the female Cobb Quickie, so.
Oh man,
that's not a video you can play here.
You liked what you saw from Justin Fields on Sunday.
I like watching him every week, but that's a whole different story.
Cherie, as somebody that's your heart is in this too, but did you see a different sense about Justin watching that game without Coach Nagy there?
I do. It felt like I think he felt like he had more freedom, like he wasn't restricted. That's why he was able to make those plays and do what he did on the field, because he had a little freedom on the play sheet.
Yeah, he did. He had some freedom. He wouldn't let you down. He gonna bring them up. I don't know the rest of that song, so that is who sang that song? Does anyone?
I don't know if you were doing the Casey and JoJo song.
No. Anyone know in the chat?
Bring that fat ass over here. I wanna get it in my mouth. I wanna get it in my mouth. Oh, I wanna suck on your fat ass. Gotta suck on that ass, baby. I gotta suck on that ass, yo. yo. I'm talking, yo, I'm gonna spread the ass apart, get my tongue in your ass, eating on your ass. So, yo, I'm eating on you, eating on you, eating on your ass. I'm eating on your motherfucking ass. I wanna see it, baby, give me your ass, yo, the whole ass. I'm gonna eat it with my tongue and mouth, yo, you gotta do it. Work that ass for daddy. Yeah, gotta work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass.
Working that ass.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I see you guys in the chat. He looked decisive. He looked free. He looked like he was competitive, wanting to compete. Didn't look like he was hesitant to take off and run the football. There was designed run plays. They looked like, remember, you heard me.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he's fired up about it. You just saw the Justin Fields that we believe is not hamstrung by somebody trying to do things in his offense. Instead, you're doing things that Justin does well. Now, I put up immediately that day, I had to, Justin's throw off the boot action where he squares his shoulders and dimes it. A bunch of people were nervous, including Shayne, because we lived through Jay Cutler doing shit like that and throwing a pick. And here's Justin just, I don't know that many people understand, and I'll show you on tape what he was able to do in anticipating where he wanted that ball to go. It was so uplifting to see that kind of competitor, like a general. Finally, we got somebody that's in charge here. And that's the unfortunate. I just think that Matt Nagy is that dog owner that chains his fucking dog to a tree. And we all watch it like, what kind of life is that? That's not the life we want for an animal. And Justin is an animal when it comes to the quarterback position, and everything should be built around him. This was the weekend, I believe, we saw that. Now, Mark Grote said 99% sure that Mr. Nagy's going to be back strolling the sidelines on Monday. How that's going to affect the field general, as Lawrence Fleming looked like the field general, we believe in, definitely had more command of the offense. How is this Nagy return going to affect him? If it affects him in a way that's negative, then Pace has to do something about it. You can't just sit there on your hands and allow this shit to spin out of control. Just sucks that we have to deal with it. It also sucks. I think they made a good point, Shayne. I can't remember if it was Garoppolo on the DHC play that there was 10 men on the field, or it was the other one when they took back the lead.
It was the DHC.
So it was the 10 men on the field.
Pretty positive that was the one. Yeah. Because Brad Biggs was the first one that picked up on that and tweeted it out almost
good for Brad.
Instantly. Yeah.
Well, we got to give Brad a shout out for that, because that right there. But the thing that was pointed out was that Coach Tabor owned that. He didn't say, I got to go look at the tape. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, that's on us. That's all. Yeah, Matt. Imagine if you have 11, you stop them there. Is that a different game? These are the fucking things that matter, not the blog's fucking article. That
coincidence, huh?
Doing all this other shit, minutia. Let's write a narrative. Let's say there's going to be a big trade. Oh, what I'm hearing, Matt Nagy and Brian Pace are really going to. Shayne and I could do that shit. Shayne, we can go live. What we're hearing is there might be a trade, or there might not be.
We're going to jump off a fucking SUV and misfire on the table and land on our ass like a jackass.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking parrot. He's back.
You can't do that kind of stuff. You got to keep it analysis or predetermined labeling opinion. This is my opinion.
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
Work that ass for daddy. Gotta work that ass for daddy. Work that ass for daddy. You work your ass, baby girl, work your goddamn ass. Work that ass for daddy. I see it and it's fat and I need it in my life. Gotta.
Work that ass for that. Come on. What are we doing here? Jesus Christ.
I got to give it up to Mark Rebele, though. The motherfucker
Shout
got
out to
some
Mark
pipes on him, man.
Rebele. We're always promoting good, honest, keeping it 100 shit. Like,
oh, this is
Audio the Barber and Mark Rebele. Mark Rebele. Awesome stuff. Work that ass for daddy.
So awesome.
Should be what the Bears organization does for the fans. That's what it should be. Let's keep that 100. That's got to be Phil back. No, that wasn't me. I don't have that kind of pipes. I'm more, I was spitting lyrics, spitting bars like I am. Me and Cool Kennedy are going to release a new song, Shayne. The Fire Nagy song. We can put that out there now. Fire Nagy song coming next week.
I haven't heard it, but I know what it's going to entail.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be pretty dope.
The 100 crew. You're going to have to share that around. I'm going to get the final mix this week from Cool. And then we produce the video, and the Fire Nagy song is going to be released on this network because we need you guys. We need you. I wish Mark Rebele would come on. I would be honored. Imagine him singing the hook. Oh, look at this guy. He's on it already. He sent it already. It's probably in my email right now, sitting there.
Fucking guy doesn't do shit.
Guess what I'll be doing this weekend, Chris Jackal? I won't be doing shit like you. I'll be producing a music video for that. Aaron Rodgers.
Nope.
That guy.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Fuck that.
Aaron Rodgers at a party.
His party. His
Halloween party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep all the Aaron Rodgers. This is the thing. Like, I meet a few Packer fans that like, I don't like Aaron. I don't like how he handled the offseason and threats. I don't like his attitude, arrogance. Listen, I like those Packer fans that are honest.
Yeah.
Just beyond. This is a travesty beyond anything. This is an embarrassment.
He's so cool.
I don't know. Did my man, what's his name? Keanu Reeves, didn't he always wear a white shirt with a black tie and a black blazer?
Nah, I think he's black out, black out, black, and all the John Wick ones.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, he's dressed up, Coach Trey, as John Wick.
That
was
it's
his
Halloween. Yeah.
Caden, can you do a quick John Wick search? I'm certain it's a white
Actually,
shirt.
you know what? He could have a white shirt on too. Some of
So
them
he got it fucking wrong. So
Figures.
let's see. Just
Fair
like
enough.
your
It
ABC
looks
was a
black.
WB. Check it. John Wick. Was it white with a black blazer?
It kind of
or black-
alternates. It looks white and black sometimes. Just
All
depends.
right. Well,
So
just
both
put up
right.
the white one so I'm right, please. Listen, Shayne, do we We don't have Cut It Out this week. We don't have Cars Keys.
Tweets are coming back after the bye week.
Tweets are returning after the bye week. So that leaves us
full-fledged every week after the bye week.
Full-fledged ahead, no less. And when I open up my mouth, the girlies say, oh, yes. That was one of my lyrics back in the day, Cherie. But you know me, as we get to our next segment, BetUS.com. Bet with the 3 decades leader, BetUS. Join now for 125% bonus, Angela. From the region, 200% bonus. Greg from the region with crypto. Use promo code ShyCity125 or ShyCity200. You want 125 or 200% bonus? It's up to you, Joshy. Place your bet. Sports, casinos, horses, pop culture. There's pop culture bets, Jeff Crooms, and more at BetUS.com. You bet, you win, you get paid. Do it for us here. Every little thing matters for our sponsors. So help us out. If you're going to make a bet, it helps the network. It helps the brand. It helps Jackal get extra in his wallet, as he has zero in his wallet now because he hasn't done shit.
Nothing.
Real quick.
I mean, if I'm going to root for a team, I want to give it all I got.
Next play. Pass.
There was no rhyme or reason.
Drove down the field. Mr. Montgomery breaks a huge run. If he scores on the run, you don't got to worry. But you do got to worry because he gets tackled at the freaking 15.
There was no rhyme or
Next play, shotgun.
The tape never lies.
Bold prediction. What's your prediction?
What's your prediction? The old line is playing shitty. What's the skinny? No identity. If Nagy can't find it, there's a secret with the enemy. Red zone opportunity. Once again, they gotta settle for 3. The reality of coaching when the defense has to carry the team. Prediction. What you think would happen versus what does. A light year from the Super Bowl and now we're losing buzz. Nagy has no answers, just predictions that don't change. The segment is the truth. Give it by the guys and feeling shame.
What's your prediction? That bold prediction.
The tape never lies.
Bold
Never
prediction.
does.
What's your prediction?
Yo, this is Claudio the Barber. Yo, this is Claudio the Barber. Yo, this is Claudio the Barber.
It's Claudio. Yo, it's Claudio. Can we make a t-shirt, Alex? Yo, this is Claudio the Barber. Needs 3 dots, maybe 4, because he's always late.
Yes.
Yes, he is always late. Let's go. How are we going to go, Cherie? We always start with ladies first, like Queen Latifah. Ladies first. There's some old school hip hop, right, Cherie?
Yeah,
Who do you got?
Kaden, did you know Queen Latifah rap?
Not really, no.
That's the Equalizer, right?
Wait, isn't she on the Equalizer? I like Fruit Loops. Cherie, bold prediction. Bears score and then the bold prediction.
So, I can't pick them again. I picked the Bears to win last week. They let me down. The Steelers are going to win 23-17.
23-17.
And I would say stick with my 200 yards passing because we still haven't met that. But I do think because the defense got embarrassed last week that they're going to actually come out and make some plays, specifically Roquan. I think he'll get a forced fumble.
Look at you. Jackal, you wrote it down.
Roquan with a forced fumble.
Yeah.
Forced fumble. He's going to get his game back on track. He didn't play a great game this past weekend. But she's got 24 17,
23-17.
23-17, like
Ooh,
Cameron Beige.
Yeah.
But he's calling an overtime game. He's calling an overtime. There you go. Jackal, your prediction and bold prediction.
Steelers 35, Bears 14.
35-14, Christopher Jackal.
Bears are shut out in the first half.
That's your bold prediction? That's not fucking bold at all.
Let's throw
All right.
curls.
Bears get
Matt Nagy calls a bad game plan. How's that?
I didn't want to shit on a Bears player. I just wanted to shit on the fucking Bears.
Why is Jackal? Is he able to talk over these, but no one else can?
Model.
That's not good.
Exactly. Go ahead. Give us a better bold prediction than that.
I think Justin Fields struggles against the Steelers on Monday night. I think he's going to have a poor game.
Oh, no. Look at Cherie.
Yeah. Sorry, hon. I just don't see it happening.
Big plays are nice.
Yeah, they are. There you go. So, bad game, bold prediction.
Bad game, but last week was
Justin Fields struggles. Justin Fields struggles. Okay. Caden Whitlow.
I'm going to go 24-21 Steelers.
Wow,
And-
close game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Big Ben's going to push the ball down the field much. I think it's going to mostly run through Harris, so it's going to depend on what he does.
Najee.
And, I mean, I think Roquan can cover him well in the backfield. We've seen that a lot, so it'll just be sort of a one-on-one between them. But I think Mooney's going to have a 60-plus yard touchdown. That's my bold prediction this week.
He's not going to drop it.
You're going to drop it.
He's going to make up for it this time.
You're taking over the
Caden?
24-21.
Thank you.
Caden, you're taking over the Mooney love for Claudio.
Someone had to do it, yeah. Claudio's
All right.
gone.
All right.
Oh, this.
Oh, all right. I'll go next here. My prediction is 28-10 Steelers. Obviously, I don't believe in this Matt Nagy come back. Remember that song? What was it? Cuddy come back? Then I had, remember Shayne, me and you wrote the Greggy come back.
Yeah.
You got to find Greggy come back.
What a mistake that was.
You don't need to. I don't think you need to.
Nah, I'll leave that where it is.
You don't like me, and I don't know why, Shayne.
Leave me alone. I'm trying to make babies.
Why are you calling me? I'm busy.
Jackal told me the counterclockwise swirl's the way to go, Jenny.
Oh, bring that fat ass over here. I want to get it in my mouth. I want to get it in my mouth.
I will say the last couple of days with our team, we've become really close. And
how many scratches is he going? He's like a fucking cat. Just like, play it one more time.
I will say the last couple of days with our team, we've become really close. And, you know, for us to become as close as we had the last 24, 48 hours, I just trust and believe in them.
That was a
Fucking
long
lie.
Scratching that ass for daddy right
It's
there.
that tell. The FBI be like, dude, you're fucking lying.
That is a bad. That is a bad. How many scratches do you think he did there? It was over 15, I think.
Trying to activate his
Crazy.
brain. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do.
Guess how many? Is there dandruff? Lady C wants to know. I don't know. So
Yeah.
what did I get? 28-10 I picked.
Yep.
My big scratch of this bold prediction is Angela counted 16.
I like Angela.
I love Angela. She's ready for this week. 28-10.
Nicer than Tiffany.
Much
Tiffany
nicer than
sucks.
Tiffany.
gonna see
My
the
bold
sugar derby.
prediction, Khalil Herbert. Well, that's a sucky bold prediction because it
It's as
doesn't
bad
work.
as mine.
Yeah, let me go somewhere else. J.P. Holtz scores the only. No, is he hurt? Fuck, he's hurt, so he's out. There goes that bold prediction.
Jesse James. Back to
Let's
back.
go. Let's go. Jimmy Graham catches a touchdown pass this week. Jimmy Graham. I just have a gut instinct that Jimmy will score on Monday Night Football. It's the only time I see the guy play. It's the only time. Jimmy Graham is my bold
bet on
prediction.
FanDuel. First touchdown for last week, Jesse James, for like a $20 bet. The guy won like $22,000.
Really?
Or I bet $100 to win $22,000. I think that's what it was. Yeah, Jesse James.
Did he use the promo code Shy City 200? That's
Might
probably
have.
how he did it.
Bet US.
Bet US. Shayne Marsaw. I know you're working on something, but
Shayne came too close last week. He can't make a bold prediction.
Whoa. Jesus, Shayne shouldn't be coming anywhere.
Yes, that's right. Right on your forehead, Jekyll.
Fuck, it's hard to do from over
Ryan
there,
and Matt
bud.
are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders. I've been most impressed with how well they collaborate.
Yeah.
do you like how they collaborate, Shayne? What's your
Yeah.
bold prediction and your prediction?
You heard my prediction a little bit earlier where I was going. I am going with a score 22-19 Chicago Bears. Get the W. The Bears win when they aren't supposed to. That's when everybody's going against them, and then they just randomly show up and win a game heading into a bye week. Everybody gets excited. You come back from the bye week, and then that's when they get boat raced by 37 points. But yeah, it's going to be 22-19. Bears win.
Wow.
Cairo kicks the game-winning field goal.
Wow.
My prediction almost, I picked him to miss a field goal last week. He missed the extra point. My phone literally melted because everybody's like, holy shit, it came true. It really wasn't because extra points and field goals aren't the same. But what is my bold prediction? My bold prediction will be, I think we may see a 2-sack game from Travis Gibson.
There you go.
Second-year guy.
Travis Gibson. Okay.
Yeah, we got the statue sitting back there, Big Ben. If he doesn't get the ball out real quick, they're gonna be looking at Robert Quinn making some plays, and Travis is gonna sneak up on him, make a couple of plays. So 22-19, Bears win Monday Night Football. It's gonna create a lot of fake enthusiasm.
Wow.
Head into the bye
I'm
week,
shocked. I'm
and then we
shocked.
come back and we get smacked.
All right. You're the only one who picked him on the panel. Did anyone pick him in the chat? Who's this fireman? I'm just glad fucking Phil didn't call the other say troll for disagreeing with them.
Hi,
Aldo.
Fireman. How about you
He
fire
sounds
Al?
really smart.
Could we get him on the show?
Sure. Come on, fireman.
Fireman.
Hit me up
Would
on
you
Twitter.
like to come
We'll
on the
send you
show?
link.
No, yeah. Let's get the fireman on the show. See what the keyboard tough guy is.
Sherry, you pick Steelers or Bears?
Steelers.
That's what I thought.
William Scott picked the Bears. No relation to Michael Scott. Anybody else in the chat picking the Bears? Andy's saying they get 2 interceptions. I see that. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Coach Trey.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's bring him on. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Send Jackal your info. We'll bring
Right
you
here.
on right after the shout outs. Mr. Tough Guy. I love guys like this. And I don't blame Matt Nagy for everything. I just blame the head coach for not having accountability and his team prepared. I don't know what you're hearing, but there you go. We'll see if he shows up. Send your information at Chris Jackal right there. Everyone talks tough until they put themselves on the show. But if he's a big what do you call it, Shayne? Phony? What do you call them?
Well, that's what he is. He'll talk big, he won't show.
I'm looking.
Anyway, that brings us to our last segment tonight. Before we do, right after Monday Night Football, what is it? It's
it's not Tiffany. I'm sorry. It's
you.
Bring Tiffany on too.
Sly son of a bitch, you.
Right after Monday Night Football, the final whistle blows. Will Shayne be correct? Will the Bears win? Leading into the offseason, or will everybody else on the panel be right? We'll be there on Bears Hour Live. It's the #1 Bears post-game show, bar none. On the
idea to hand the play calling over to Bill Lazor.
Loses the football. Strip sack. Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go on live right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Bears Hour Live. Bears Hour Live. We go on live right after Bears games.
There it is. Bears Hour Live. We'll be live right after the Bears take on. That was Caden coming in hot. I don't know what happened there, Caden.
Again.
You hear that?
Yeah. He's got the
Caden,
Grote.
say something, Caden.
Talk.
Talk, Caden. Say a sentence. Sounds like a monster.
Yeah.
Celebrating Halloween. This year, Halloween fell on a weekend. Even Caden trick-or-treating. He's robbing little kids for bags. Anyway.
Let me guess.
Ghetto boys.
No
Ghetto
firemen.
No firemen.
Nothing. Checking, refreshing.
I don't give a fuck that he smokes weed. They all smoke weed.
Smoke weed every day.
Shout out Tape Never Lies. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. From the fans in the stands to the follows on the gram. Thanks for your support, showing love in the DM. We stay Spencer strong, fight together till the end. Now it's time to shout out worldwide friends and fam. Like
the network that keeps it real, 100 crew. So many in the world that I gotta show love to. For some this part signal show is at its end, but for me it's so important to thank the charter members and the fans. Built the network, speak the truth through the tape. Never run around the truth, no narratives we create. Set them straight, no bubble screen on 4th and 8. Audio Shayne getting nervous cause keeping them up too late. That's it, no more to say to get the shot of vital. But hurry up cause the postman's getting homicidal.
Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. Gotta show love too.
The network that keeps it real. Sense is strong.
Yeah, it's the shout out segment every week. We go through it. Shayne, do you have that music in the background? Or
I do. Let me grab that for you,
You got it,
Philip.
Shayne?
Thank
Yeah, I
you,
got it.
Shayne Marsaw. You are a legend and a
So I've
scholar.
heard.
And a scholar.
Ask Ariel's mom.
I'm impressed with you. Very much so. I'm trying to
Counterclockwise.
I was just trying to find some things for my last bit here. My shout outs. All right. Do I have that? Shayne, you have that one play I sent you, right? Throw that up.
Oh, yep.
Can you get that up there? All right. Sorry, guys. Just doing something. Here we go. Christopher Jackal, you are not going first. Cherie, however, is going first. Caden Whitlow. Can we hear
Caden's audio?
Is he still doing it?
Yeah, do you have to put like another quarter in the fucking Wi-Fi thing there at college?
Holy
Terrible.
shit.
Is it bad?
Hello?
Bad. Beyond bad.
Move yourself and come back in. It's terrible.
Is it bad?
He's pretty surprised. He's like, what the fuck?
Well, listen. Let's start with you. Lady Bear 83. Follow Lady Bear 83 on Twitter.
Hey, look who it is.
Caden's back.
Is it
Also-
better? Is it any better? Okay.
There you go.
Sounds
We're
good.
much better. Lady Bear, do you have a shout out?
Where you at, Fireman?
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought Jackal was saying something.
I was interrupting you, Lady Bear, but never mind him. Go ahead and speak.
Well, of course, shout out to you guys. This really is a family. I'm out here, in this DC area, away from all of my family by myself. So, meeting with you guys and interacting with you more and more and learning the ins and outs in the background. It's made me really feel a part of the family. So I appreciate it.
Bring that.
Caden dropping.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the 100 crew and all the love and support that your fans show me as a member of the family. So shout out to our supporters.
That's awesome. Well said. You're a tremendous asset. Notice how clear I was there, Shayne, to this organization, TTNL, and everybody that belongs.
She's like Claudio with talent, right?
Shit, even Blake Bortles might play this weekend, Shayne.
Yes, Cherie, see that?
Cherie might have her day.
Oh,
right.
This is Claudio the Barber. Yo, this is Claudio the Barber.
Y'all made fun of me in the preseason for talking about Blake Bortles.
Yeah, we still do, but
Did.
Steven Johnson just
still
choked
talk.
on his beef jerky. Stop.
poor guy.
What's up, gangsters?
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
There we go. Chris Jackal, our resident gangster.
Shouting out everybody here on the panel. TTNL family, crew, extended family. Just want to send love and positivity to everybody out there. Stay safe and healthy. We got holidays coming up. Reach out to people, say hello. Just reach out and get in touch with the
Touch
people.
your
God damn it,
family.
Shayne. I know. I
Weird
can't even
at all,
say
Jack.
What the hell is going on?
No, seriously.
Okay.
Listen, be a friend.
Cross
Reach out to
Jackal
your
off the
friends. Don't
TTNL
fuck
picnic
yourself.
next spring, please.
No, Jesus Christ. You guys are on a list somewhere, I'm sure. But
He's still talking.
because I just want to finish up and let you guys do the real stuff.
He's
So I just want
joking
to wish
Jackal don't do
everybody-
shit.
Smoke weed every day.
Go ahead.
Fireman 5. And let's wrap it up. And I'm sending it over to Caden.
There you go. Chris Jackal, we do love you. He does more than we advertise. We'll just say that.
Just a little, though.
No, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Maddie motherfucking Ice turned 38.
Shout out to Maddie motherfucking Ice. 38 years old. Set him straight at 38, Maddie. Caden Whitlow, 18.
Yeah. Like Jackal, shout out everyone on the panel. Shout out the chat, Logan, majority of people in the chat. Like, it's a lot.
Reading.
Yeah, we're trying to go through the chat to make sure I don't miss anyone. But yeah, shout out Claudio not being here.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, I miss Claudio tonight.
But yeah,
that's it.
Yo.
Yeah, that's my shout outs for the week.
Great job tonight with the Claudio stuff. Great job producing the Open. We truly appreciate you. Caden Whitlow also produced that new BHL. Him and Ron G. They have competitions going each and every week. Who's going to come up with something new? I'm shouting out Ron G before my shout outs. Shayne Marsaw, your shout outs.
Yeah, I'm going to keep mine short and simple here. I'm going to shout out Hila tonight.
Yes.
Her birthday. She's the birthday girl on Monday.
Happy birthday, Hila.
Yep. You guys know the craziness that has been my life.
Oh, yeah.
Past couple of months. So she's...
Bring that fat ass over here. I want to get it in my mouth.
That's right. You better be listening. Play that song when I get upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. There'll be a lot of that going on. But no, we've had some craziness go on here, as everybody knows, and she's it's tough as a parent and as a partner in life, going through everything, just even away from everything that we were dealing with our son. So she's she's a rock in this family. She has her ups and downs just like we all do, but end of the day, she's a beautiful, strong woman that I couldn't deal without her in my life every day. So I want to shout her out. Gonna get a little get together this weekend after her birthday, because life has been so crazy, but take some time off on Saturday and Sunday and honor her, get some good food and have some people over and just kind of chill and relax in her honor. So it's gonna be fun. So
great, man.
Shout out to you, Hila. I love you, and get ready because Daddy's coming upstairs in about 7 minutes.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Exactly what she's probably saying right now. I hope there's hope, Gary. Is there hope, Gary? I don't know where Gary's hope drop is, but I do know where.
No, we're very economical, my family.
Tune in. We're gonna have a live Search for Angelo show coming up in maybe during the bye week. We don't know.
Yes.
Oh, it always ends the show. It's Cherie's favorite song, the shout out song. And listen, tonight I really want to shout out my football team. They won the Super Bowl again, back-to-back years. The kids out there, all these kids busting their humps all season long. They had to deal with COVID.
What's going on with the kid in the front row, all the way to the right?
He put his with the white gloves.
Yeah,
that's Lennox getting. That's
Tupac
fired
right
up
there.
Yeah, he's fired up there.
I guess so.
They caught us in the middle of saying something, champs or something.
Yeah. Fuck the Packers.
There's our quarterback right there with the curly curls in front of me. He didn't throw a curl. He threw a deep pass tonight. So that's my boy Landon there. It's our quarterback.
Dev right there. I love it.
I got to shout out the boys. All of them working their asses off. I know. I'll give you a clip. Now, real quick. I told them, I said, listen, don't let anyone score. Because we got to win. And if you have to push him out of bounds and get a penalty, get a penalty. So watch. This is my son Tate trying to keep the Patriots
in flag football.
Flag football. This is a little clip
to show
of
this.
Tate.
This kid's still going? Come on.
No wonder why fans are trying to punch you.
Oh my God.
You can hear Claudio like, this kid's still going? Then listen to all the parents like, oh, watch him.
This kid's still going? Come on.
He was going for the flag. I have a slow
smart
motion.
play.
It was slowed down. You could see him going for the flag, Sheree. I want to shout out those guys and Tate, Never Lies Network. I also want to send that clip to Eddie.
He just needs to take fucking notes.
Well done, TTNL heads. I want to shout out these two guys, especially Josh E. Josh E.
All right, guys, gonna meet Uncle Bullets at the first time at Pequod's Pizzeria. And there is the man, the holy fucking dude, Uncle V. Holy shit. Oh, look at this. Dude, this is, I'm giving Uncle Bullets all my love.
What is that, dude?
We would give a shout out to Shayne and Phil.
What up, Shayne and Phil?
We wouldn't know each other without the man.
man? That's right.
I love this fucking dude, and thank you, Shayne and Phil.
For sure, man.
Love you guys.
There you go. Bring in
Newest invention here is called the Cobb Quickie. Hands down the easiest way to butter your corn on the cob.
I was waiting.
There you go. Josh E. and Uncle Bullets. I love Uncle Bullets
awesome.
and Josh E. They got to meet each other.
Savages.
We are definitely planning another meet and greet party and tailgate the next day. And we will have the live BHL next season. So Shayne and I will sit down when the schedule comes out. You TTNL fans will have to make your plans around that. I always yell at you, don't make wedding plans later. Do it
And
then.
don't have babies in season, Zach Pearson.
Don't, Zach. No. Eddie tackle, please. But I love those guys, Bullets and Joshy. I want to shout them out, play that clip. And the last thing I want to do, obviously, I want to shout out my wife, too, for all her support, helping the season with the football team and everything we're doing here. But Jack Turner lost his dad. He's a huge fan, and I'm just going to read what he wrote, and then we'll wrap up the show. And next week, I'll tell you all of that, the little promo right after this. I hope this message finds you well, Phil. I wanted to say thank you to you and to Shayne. Yesterday, I lost my father. He was a great man who absolutely loved the game of football as a player, as a coach, and as a fan. I don't know why I'm hearing echo, so someone mute. I was never allowed to play football growing up, but as I grew older, I fell more in love with the game so I could bond closer with my father. The point of this message I am so thankful I found you guys. Not only have you both, along with your dad, taught me the game of football played the right way, but I feel like I finally have found others, this community, TTNL, that share the same burning passion for the Chicago Bears that I share. Keep doing your thing. Keep calling out the bullshit. Fuck the blog boys looking for clicks. In the end, the fans just want the truth. And you guys continue to deliver it to us with the tape and the shows. I'm sorry I couldn't come out to see you guys when you were in Chicago. But we will get together soon. Thank you so much. Bear down. That guy lost his dad. To know, I hope you're watching, Jack. If you're not watching live, all of us send our deepest condolences. I don't know what it's like to lose a parent, but I'm not going to lie to anybody here and say that I'm not nervous about it, because life is too short. And I'm certain a lot of you have been dealing with a lot. I know my guy Vito has, and my thoughts are with you as well, Vito. All of you guys. But Jack, your words, your strength, and your compassion all showcased in that is why we don't bullshit. TTNL is family. And we can hold each other accountable. We could joke. We can laugh. But we also have cried. And I'm not even afraid. It's the person that shows emotion that is the true leader. It's not someone taking a shot in a chat room hiding behind their keyboard. Never is, never will, never will be. So I want to thank you all again. Next week, we'll be back keeping it 100 with 2 quarterbacks. Eric Kramer returns to the show. Where's Cars?
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
What?
I think Phil sucks.
Yep.
Nerd alert!
Where's Cars? We'll find that out. Kaplan, I'm upset. I thought you loved me, Cap. We got to talk about this drop. And we will have Mark Schofield on talking about Justin Fields' starts. How did he look against the Steelers? What is his thoughts on Justin Fields and the Matt Nagy relationship and the culture of the Bears? All of that will be on next week's Keeping It 100. The Tape Never Lies will be out at some point tomorrow. We will see you, hopefully, a Saturday live with Kenneth Davis, my dad, and Bearlissimo, breaking down the tape. Kenneth Davis of the Under Center is going to join us on the show. So hopefully you all join us, love us. Smash the like button, at least for Caden Whitlow and the hard work he put in on this show this week. Smash that. Shout out to my boy Ron G, my homie Chris Zorich. Check out his show. The Super 16 poll show will be moved from Monday to Tuesday because the Bears play on Monday night. We'll see you all next week. For Shayne Marsaw, the smartest man. For Cherie, Lady Bear 83 on Twitter. Follow her. Chris Jackal, he don't do shit. T-shirts will be out soon. They're V-necks. I'm just letting you know. And to Caden Whitlow, all of you, have a great night. 100 crew, we love you. God bless.
This has been a Shy City Sports presentation and a Tape Never Lies Network production. Keeping it 100. Thanks for tuning in to the Tape Never Lies Network.